Can they hear me now? There we go. Thank you, Streamlabs. I can always count on you to not work at the best possible time. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to the destruction of the IR Vault, wherein we break out things that we made, like, almost 4 years ago, if not 4 years ago. It'll be a good
4
time.
to 6 years.
4 to 6 years.
Many years.
So many years. Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm your host, Crimes Straczynski, and I am joined by a whole host of folks. I am just gonna go down the list, starting with, Bro Dingles.
Why are we starting? Oh, right. God, my name's back on the Discord.
Yes.
I'm at the top of the list
You're
again.
at the top of the list. He's here.
Hello, everyone. I'm here.
Okay, you don't have to talk anymore. You're free. You're safe.
No. Do you want? No. Wait. Actually, we'll do it after the introductions. It's fine.
Okay. We're joined by Darby.
Well, hello everybody. How are you doing today?
Doing okay. You're a little crunchy, Darby.
Oh no!
We're so this. You know, it's really fitting that the IR Vault would be cursed.
You know,
We've
that's
unleashed
true.
Pandora's box.
Oh god,
We
we
have.
really have here.
Guys, you can't talk yet. I haven't introduced you. We've got
All right.
we've got a JoJo.
Saw, dude.
What's up? We've got a Juno.
Oh look, a plush doll of Alex Beckham on my bed. Oh no, is it bleeding hyper-realistic blood?
Oh no.
What?
We've got a Shiner with us.
I'm concerned. I'm very concerned.
Hey, why did you?
Because- Did you not just hear what came out of Juno's mouth?
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. We've got a Queen Creeps.
Hi. So, guys, I want you all to picture me sat on a carpet, everybody surrounding me, sat in armchairs with books, and just going, "Let me tell you a story."
Basically. Queen wasn't here for any of this, and now gets to hear everything with fresh ears.
Fresh
boy.
meat. Fresh meat.
Fresh meat! Fresh meat!
Fresh meat.
We've got an Alex.
Ready for round 2, Juno?
Joining us for the first time in a while, we've got a Tex.
Yeah, hi, I'm the elusive cryptid who made tomato soup at 1 a.m.
It's true. It was good tomato soup though, so it's fine. Okay. So some things I want to go over before we start really getting into things. First of all, this vault is, much deeper than I thought it was. Like, I thought maybe we just had a couple things, but no. I need you guys to understand, every single person in IR had, like, a character profile, and had at least something going on with them.
Yeah, this thing was
Me,
thick.
apparently, I have no idea what the fuck mine is.
And we can't find Tex's character profile, we don't know where it is.
I was about to say, because Tex had like a lot of stuff going on too.
Yeah, and I can't find it! Like,
Let me just type Tex into my Google share
see
thing,
if you
because
can
that's normally
find
what
it!
comes
See
up.
if you can
so-
find it!
Please,
So
find me.
there's a lot of content here. I guess I'll start by explaining that, when Internet Remix first started, we all thought we were gonna do a bunch of, like, really cool skits set in, like, Internet City and Internet Tower, and it was gonna be based around, like, our MOTI/IR Sonas, and there's so much shit, and, like, there are skit ideas, and there's scripts, and there's just piles upon piles of brainstorming, and, like, we spent months trying to get this shit together. I was one of the head writers, and we were going through the vaults, and there's just so many posts of me just going, guys, please! We're just trying to organize it! No! And I'm dying. And we did this for a long time, and then we realized, wow, this sounds like an animated series, which we don't have the manpower for. And also, it's really hard to run a show like this when you have, like, 20 characters all with shit going on. So basically, there's too much stuff, and that's why this didn't work. But
Yeah.
it will work for this cool thing where we just tell you guys all the cool ideas we had. A couple
We had a
of
million
rules.
dreams and zero budget.
We had a million dreams and zero budget is a very apt description.
Yeah.
Couple rules before we start. So while we're telling you guys all this cool shit, it's still our shit. Please don't like take any of our ideas and like just go run off with them.
Original character. Do
These
not
are
steal.
ROCs, do not steal.
These are literally us.
They're
Actually.
actually literally us, do not steal. Second of all, we will not be discussing anyone who has left IR. So please don't ask any questions about that stuff, because they're not really a part of the thing anymore, so there's no point in really talking about it. Walrus is exempt, because Walrus was just a walrus.
Yeah.
So, just explaining that, I think that's about all, so I think we're good to just sort of get into it. So, we're gonna start off by talking about the setting. Steele and I wrote this. It's 3 pages. Okay, so I'm just gonna read through this bit and then we're just gonna go through like character profiles. I feel like reading through this is actually kind of important since it kind of sets up what the fuck is going on. So Internet Remix Tower, it's this big old, tall, sleek, fancy tower referred to the Internet Remix banner for approximate scale / look. It's got a sleek, modern studio sort of feel to it. It's really cool. Primary mode of travel through the tower is 3 elevators placed in the center. The one to the left is weird and we do not recommend it. There are also stairs. Use them at your own risk. The stairs sometimes disappear. It's fine. Sometimes they extend more than expected, and sometimes it's just endless Mario 64 style stairs. They also don't necessarily open up where you expect. You could just end up in a broom closet if you take the stairs. So, that's fine. The tower where all of Internet Remix lives, it's often in a state of flux, changing up, rooms and floors disappear and reappear seemingly at random. Some members of the cast and crew are better at traversing the tower than others. I think we had a bit that, like, Scott was just constantly getting lost. Like, he'd go to take the stairs and he'd disappear for, like, 5 skits, and then he'd be so excited because he'd think he finally made it out, but no, he would never be free of the stairs.
So it's like a SCP kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's fine.
If you clip through the stairs, you can speed run. You could skip through the entire tower and get to the final Bowser boss fight. Wait.
Yes.
Control stole our idea.
Stop! The base of the tower has studio and workspace rooms for people to write, read, record, act, perform, lounges and cafeterias for gaming, relaxation, fun. There's hanging out, there's food stuff, there's a central courtyard with a pool and outdoor yards, there's garden areas. It's nice. Steele made this helpful, like, guide here. So the first couple floors are just, you know, basically work stuff. And then after that, like, once you go farther up to the tower, everyone has their own floor where people live. Throughout the tower, there's a plexiglass series of water tubes that are connected for Walrus to go through. Very important.
He swim.
IR members have an IR MOI badge access card related item that they can convert into form of an accessory of their choice to get into either MOI tower or IR tower. MOI building is a more classic building. It's themed in yellows and blues. It's much more impressive than the IR building, actually. It's over there. It's the better place. It's fine. Internet City. Internet Remix Tower resides in Utopia, aka Utopia. LOL, do you get it? I think I must have written that. Which is, well, the YouTube district of Internet City. The main streets of Utopia are red, white, and black and gray and look similar to Times Square, but different neighborhoods in the district have different color schemes. Neighborhoods are usually related to various communities, i.e. the Undertale VA community and those neighborhoods looks reflects that. IR Tower is in a newer district and is fairly small in comparison to the other buildings in Utopia. It started out with a similar red color scheme, and then we got our own logo, and now it looks like our banner. As buildings gain prominence in YouTube, the color scheme expands outward into the neighborhood. MOI HQ is in a slightly different district in IR Tower, and it has considerably more prominence. It's treated more like an impressive business in internet land, and we're just over here in the corner. Thank you, me. Overhead view of Internet City resembles a circuit board. City contains all organized and popular places on the internet, so there's Google, YouTube, Facebook, Reddit, etc., with distinct districts looks for each. The outside world of the city contains abandoned websites or weirder areas of the internet less explored. The entire world is basically the internet. City is close to the ocean. The ocean's like, ooh, spooky data place. So your computer is basically a vehicle, so it can turn into like a surfboard or a car or whatever the fuck you want, basically. And whatever web address you put into your PC vehicle, it takes you to different internet hubs and things like that. Each hub has a different look and feel. For instance, Facebook's probably the suburbs, 4chan is a series of ant-like tunnels underneath the city, Reddit is a sprawling landscape of identically built bunkers that connect to said tunnels, so on. Feel free to get creative and toss in ideas. Also around the city are abandoned websites. MySpace, LiveJournal, sites so infected by adware that who knows what they once were.
Hey,
Also,
remember AOL?
Yes, it's out there somewhere. It's abandoned and it's terrifying.
You need to put on a free trial disc like a hazmat suit.
Also, various internet things may or may not haunt the city. Ooh, boy. These can be developed as we go. Datalands. Outside of the city is pretty much every kind of environment you can imagine. There's an ocean very close to the city, but depending on where you exit the city, there are also forests, cliffs, mountains, and desert. It's all bluish and kind of fantastical to help signal to the viewer that it's still the internet. Feel free to get creative with this. Neat.
You're walking through the wastes. All of a sudden you hear following behind you.
Stop! Hello, Cammy.
Oh, hey, Cammy.
I'm just finishing up explaining. There's one final thing: the dark web. Basically, it's the elephant graveyard of the internet lands, deep within the uncharted realms of the data lands. It sucks. Don't go there.
Yeah, that's an actual term for like the onion and all that stuff, like onions and all that stuff.
Don't worry
Like
about
those
it.
dark
I'm aware,
websites.
but still.
It's the elephant.
Don't
graveyard.
worry about
Go
it.
there.
That's below. That's beyond our borders. You must never go
You
there.
must never go there.
You must never
Never go there.
Yes, you must never go there. Right.
Wow.
So that was our setting, and so yay! What a neat place. It is actually really cool. It's a shame we never actually did anything with this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey,
I would have loved
there's
to
always time. We don't know when we're gonna start.
No.
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 We could turn it into a tabletop setting.
Dude.
I'm not gonna say that like a small part of my heart reading through all of this was like, maybe I'll write novels. But like maybe one day it will be something, but for now it is just this stream where we talk about it. So we're gonna go down the character descriptions and discuss everybody's IR sonas. I'm trying to decide. Okay, let's see here. So Cammy, you said you can't be here for long. Darby, you said you can't be here for long. Tex, I know you will want to go to bed at some point. Is there anyone else who I need to be giving priority to? Okay, well.
So there you go. There's your answer.
There we go.
There's my answer.
That was a pretty solid response.
Darby,
I don't mind going later on that particular line. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow the list here.
Nice.
Darby, you get to go first because you said you can only be
Cool.
here for like 10 minutes. So, in an effort to free you from this place,
Okay, well, thank you.
Tell us a story.
let me pull you up. I got everyone's IR Sona stuff here.
Awesome.
There he is. There's our boy.
Hey.
There's our
Oh,
boy.
yay.
We get to pull up old steel art. Hooray!
Yay.
So what do
Oh.
you remember about your IR Sona, Darby?
Okay, so the very first piece of art that we made for our IR sonas was actually pixel art. I think it was either Jordan or Steele that started making pixel characters, and then a lot of us jumped in. And so I made a character, like this with the same, color coordinated clothes, and the little red emblem on my shirt, the little pixelated 7 emblem. The reason it's like that is because in pixel art, just the amount of pixels that I was using, I didn't want just like a flush blue shirt. It just seemed a little too blank, and I wanted some kind of little flair. And all I could fit on there was just like 3 pixels. It's like, well, that's what that is. And so like the little pixelated 7 thing is my thing, I guess. So that translated over into so it's depending on the piece of art, it's like a 90-degree 7 or just a number 7. But yeah, like that's my little thing. That's the
all this
origin of that.
time, I thought it was just a weird, like, sideways heart.
Oh, there it could also be a sideways heart because yeah, it's like it's like a perfect 90 degrees there, right? Like it could
Yeah,
totally easily be a heart. That's a really good way to look at it. I like that. That's cool.
Wait, Darby, did none of us tell you that a lot of us thought it was a heart this whole time?
No, no,
You knew we thought it was a heart.
That's awesome. I really like that though. That's an awesome way to look at it.
Yeah.
Really cool. So Steele was definitely like the kind of architect of how I'm most often represented artistically. Like this design was Steele's work, and so many cartoon versions of me are based on this design. And I am so happy with how Steele chose to represent me because I really like this character design.
Do you remember anything from, like, the plot stuff? Because I have your profile here, so I remember what you wrote because I read it today.
Oh, I'm ready. Oh, please regale us. It sounds like you got some
oh my
some
god, I learned
funness.
so many things delving into this fucking vault today. Okay, so, I need everyone to understand first and foremost that on these character sheets, like, we have basic stuff like, what's your name, your age, and, you know, eye color and stuff. Some of your catchphrases that you might have, Darby, yours were typical slang, awesome, right on, alrighty, Den, you're amazing, just the way you are, but if you choose to change for the better, I'm happy to back you up. Dude, this is awesome, woohoo! These are things that you wrote down.
These are things that I say.
So there's descriptions of you, and, you know, just a happy guy, and it's a nice time. But then, most importantly, on the back, you have the cool stuff. There's your MOI access accessory, which is just a standard key, and you have a voice-activated lock. Your preferred weapon, because apparently we all have cool fighting skills. Diplomacy, and barriers as needed. Because I need you to understand, Darby can apparently, like, create barriers and stuff, depending on his emotions. Like shields, but also he can create swords and shit like that.
He protects.
We were making superpowers.
Yeah!
He protects.
It's very cute. He realized that, you know, if he doesn't want to fight, he can put up a wall, but if he gets mad, he makes swords, so then he had to teach himself to learn to control his powers. But now he is here, and he just wants to be a good boy.
Yeah.
It's very good. You wrote down combat style, empathy. Darby's greatest strength in combat is knowing how to protect others as well as himself. And then strengths, combat, empathy. Darby's carrying. You wrote empathy is your strength, and then empathy is your weakness. Darby's carrying nature can sometimes leave him open to being emotionally manipulated. Aww. His ability to protect force fields and protective barriers and spheres of varying shapes, keep himself safe. Takes weapons. I'm trying to see. Oh, it says here you wrote down that you've got your doggo with you. Sorry, and the husky. Very good.
Baby girl.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else of particular excitement. I mean, the fact that you have cool superpowers is pretty up there. You wrote down love and peace and truth and education as your likes.
Heck yeah.
Very charming. Just like those who choose hatred over making the world a better place. You're right, Darby. So, fun fact, I was reading this that made me go, so Darby, I'm gonna need you to just be you when you be Hugo Hernandez.
Yeah.
Just be this. It's great. Is there anything else you wanna hit or go over? Because, I mean, most of what I remember from IR stuff is related to the Flux arc, but we're not gonna get into that until later, so it depends on if you have anything else that you remember.
Yeah, not off the top of my head. Well, I guess, like, I forget if like Dawn coming in as a character, was that MOI or was that IR?
We had the skit where Dawn shows up like on a pirate ship, but I didn't watch it. I haven't rewatched that. The one thing I didn't do is I didn't rewatch old skits just because like a lot of stuff got rewritten.
Yeah.
several months in, but I think that Dawn is still canonically, like, came in on a pirate ship, and their pirate ship is, like, parked outside the tower.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, I think it's in
And,
the pool in the fucking courtyard.
Yeah. And, you
Great.
know, Don and I are related in the canon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Oh, it's some good shit. Alright, going next on the list, let's see, who is next? Let's go with Tex. You want to go?
I forgot where the unmute button was. Yes, sure.
All right, let me pull up Tex. This image of
If you
Tex
can-
is not sticking their leggy out real far, but if I hang on.
Wait,
oh,
hold
no,
on.
I
I've got
can't
an
rotate it.
emote for Twitch where I can put that in. Hold on.
Oh, thank God.
There we go. I'll put it in the Twitch chat. There we go.
That's wonderful. That's so good. Thank you. Okay, so unfortunately, Tex, your profile I cannot seem to find. Did anybody find it?
I couldn't find it either. I ended up finding a whole bunch of stuff that has Tex's name in it, but not actually Tex's
What
profile.
the fuck? Well, I will say this is actually kind of fitting for your character. Because
Yeah, it
their whole
is.
thing is like... Because I was talking with you about it earlier today, and it was like, okay, so your character is a cryptid hunter spy kind of thing. Like, you use costumes and cosplays to hide yourself and get intel about all the weird shit that's going on.
Oh god,
Yeah.
we had an entire skit titled Detective.
Oh yes,
was...
that one is in fact, yeah, there's this fucking skit of like Tex just sneaking in after this very dramatic skit I made that was supposed to be foreshadowing for all the plot stuff that was gonna happen. And after the dramatic shit, Tex comes in with like all these theories of like, I've been spying and I know everything, and like most of their theories are correct and we all just ignore them.
It's like we
Yeah.
had because we were going to do a. I'm sorry, it's Texas time. I was just
No, go ahead because I
No,
don't
no.
remember half of it.
we were going to do a skit last year actually where Tex was the main character, and they were going to set up like a lot of stuff, and then because we were also going to do like this skit where there was like this multi skit thing storyline where there was a blackout and stuff, and Tex was pretty much like leading we've tried to utilize Tex as a character so many times and it just ends up not working.
It's just because
I
we
mean,
don't do
the
skits
scripts have all
anymore.
been great, but
Yeah.
it's just the fact that we just can't like do the skits.
It just, God, hang on, now I have to pull up Detective just for funsies.
Please.
Hold on.
God, let's see here. Faydun and Tex listening into the outside of the door of the lounge where Alex and Cammy are finishing their talk from what we were. It's very dramatic and very cool. Tex sticks their leggy out in thought/excitement. Alex opens the door and trips over Tex's leg, landing face first into the floor. Hey Tex, what's up? I've got some more reports. I don't think I asked you to work recon or accounting this week. No, not those. I've been investigating. Well, I'm going back to the floor then. Alex lets himself flop back onto the floor. Cammy pokes her head out of the door. Alex is everything. Ah, perfect! An audience that isn't looking at the floor. Run while you have the chance. What? What's wrong with listening to Tex? I finally cracked the code! You see, if everyone has stuff that happened, that likely means that stuff will happen! You're not wrong. I've been around the block a time or two, and take it from me, kids, I'm older than you. Somebody is always up to something. Take Uprising, right? What connects Ace Attorney and Kid Icarus Uprising? Dead people. So clearly she's an angel. And Steel, right? No one has any idea what the instruction manual says, which means there's only one secret from far off place it could be from. IKEA! And Atwis! There's only one thing that can phase through walls like they can, an alien and also a ghost, plus Goggles! Goggles is a mystery. God, it just keeps fucking going. Moon is an alien is my favorite one.
I love Steel being from IKEA.
Steals from IKEA.
I knew it!
Steals from IKEA.
Steals from IKEA.
Man, it's been so long, I don't remember if I wrote this.
You wrote this, actually.
Okay. I think I wrote everything to be just ever so slightly incorrect, except
Yes.
one of them.
Yes, you are 100 exactly. I'm like the thing with Detective Tex is they'd consistently have stuff that was like almost correct but not quite. I know I personally wrote down a thing because I was going through the stuff, and this is tying to my shit, but I had written Goggles in as being someone who just sort of tags along on adventures, so Goggles is with Tex, like, helping write shit down and gather shit, but because Goggles is there, Tex always gets it wrong. Because
Yeah, my
of
little
reasons.
unhelpful helper.
Yes.
You're like just close enough that we get really annoyed by the fact it's just like,
yes,
God,
exactly.
stop! You're not right. And then like it gets revealed, you're like, you were sort of right. There's a difference.
There's this fucking bit at the end. Alex is like, Tex, I'm glad you're keeping busy, but honestly, I think there are much healthier ways to spend your time. There are enough conspiracy theorists out there in Internet City. I don't need one in the tower as well. Listen, I'm not mad. I just want to know, were you marathoning the X-Files again? What? No, of course not. I was binge watching FBI Agent Chan and Conspiracy Coon with Jojo. Jojo pokes their head in. I was drawing the monsters in it! A Wendigo appears roaring. His name is Henry! Thank you, Jojo.
You're welcome.
Very good.
I love that
Yes.
so much.
So, yes, this is the unfortunate so this was one of those things that would have been absolutely delightful had we been able to spread this out over the course of the show. But here it is.
Yeah, because I remember on the backstories that this was like really, really early on. You're talking about like conspiracy theories and stuff. I think someone suggested that Tex was like descended from Cassandra, you know, the prophet that like, no one believed.
There's just enough. There's just
I
enough
do
blood
remember
mixed
that.
in
That
there
was like
that they're.
just enough. Yeah.
Yes, I do remember this. There's just enough blood mixed in that the predictions are slightly wrong.
Yeah. And I remember, I think I was telling you about this, Kristen. But there was like a backstory, also where like Tex wasn't actually from Internet City. They were from like a completely different world, but they pissed off a load of governments by getting really close conspiracy theories and getting too close to the truth. So they like got kicked into internet jail. That's what they were.
I love it. That's so good.
I mean, that probably would have been all written down in my little thingy.
If only we'd found it. Unfortunately.
If only there wasn't a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Disappeared.
It does feel very fitting that yours is the one that's
All
gone
it means,
missing.
oh dang it.
What?
All it means is that we have an approximate knowledge of Tex.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? That's
Very-
fine because they are a cryptid
They are a cryptid.
themselves.
Correct. Is there anything else you want to go over?
No. That's pretty much it.
No, it's okay. It's good content. We are sorely lacking in text content, so I will happily take it. God, I need to get back to the character profile page.
Text.
There we go. There it is. Okay, so after Tex, who is next?
Can I go next?
You can go next, Jojo.
Yeet.
Okay. Let me find your thing on the list here. Some people have art, and I have to find those people. So this is George. Baby George. Ta-da!
Yay!
So this is from a different time when Jojo was still Babby. Where's the art that? Oh yeah, here it is. Boop.
What are you talking about? Was Bobby?
Jojo is not Babby anymore.
I know.
I'm Babby
power.
forever, but Jojo is an adult now.
Jojo's like 2 years old. Come on.
Shut up! You're two! God!
Too
No,
cool.
you.
Jojo is Babby to me.
Minors are not allowed in the pool.
Minors are not allowed. Okay, so Jojo,
Cool
tell
to
us about your OC.
Okay, so they are a dragon, and they came from. They used to live in a pack of aquatic dragons, and they had a very close friend named Barnes, who was an earth dragon, and Jojo was an aquatic dragon, obviously. So one day, while Barnes and Jojo were playing on the beach of Internet City, a couple of nasty poachers from 4chan decided to chase them, and so they ran, and Barnes couldn't catch them or catch up to them. But Jojo kept running and escaped them because they're dumb. And eventually, they just kept running, and they didn't know that they weren't being chased anymore because they lost them. So they tried to climb up this really steep cliff, and they fell and hit their head really hard on a rock. And they woke up at... Oh, I forgot to mention that they can that the dragons that Jojo is or comes from.
Yes, the dragons, the type of dragon that Jojo is.
Correct. I'm not good at words today.
It's okay. Words are hard.
They can turn into humans whenever they please, or human-like figures or whatever. So Jojo woke up in their human form and was like, what the heck happened? I don't remember anything.
Jojo did not remember being a dragon.
I didn't remember anything. So Jojo just wandered into Internet City, and that's where they met Split. And Split, taking pity on them, gives them like a couple bucks for some food, and then heads back to the IR tower. And Jojo just followed them back.
Yep, correct.
Just walked over, followed them like a little puppy, and that's how they were introduced.
Excellent. Very good. They're very
Thank
cute.
you.
This is the thing of, it looks like, I think what happened is we talked about Jojo coming in, and Split's like, no, you need to leave, and this just guy was like, but where will they go? Home, that's where. But I don't, and Jojo's like, but I don't have a home.
I don't know where I came from.
We have to take them in. They live here now. This is my sibling.
This is home.
And that's how Jojo was adopted.
And that's how I became me.
And this is Juno poking Jojo's nose, because it's a very cute image, and I really like it. It's very good.
It looks like...
It's so cute. So yeah, that's that. You have a adult persona now, but...
I do.
This is a very good design, but that's not what we're here to talk about today, Jojo. I'm sorry.
That's my current persona, Jojo
Yes.
grown up.
Yes, Jojo all grown up. Congratulations on growing up. Some of us
Thank
never
you.
get to.
I hate it. I want my childhood back.
Sorry, you're old now.
I don't like it.
Sorry.
You can
I want a
make your
refund.
fictional character. You can make your fictional character a child again if you want.
I don't wanna.
Who wants to go next? Well, don't everyone jump up at once.
So I know that Cammy and Scott both have time constraints.
So let's go with... Actually, let's do Scott first, because I know Cammy's got, like, a
That's okay.
chunk. Yeah.
I got a decent bit. Listen, when I make my babies, I
Yeah,
make my babies.
Cammy's got a large chunk.
I have a lot of
so-
lore.
Yes.
I have a lot of lore.
So, Scott.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even remember half of the stuff I wrote, and even then, it's
You
like a
didn't
bad
even finish
fanfic.
yours. Yours is a whip.
Mine is a nightmare. I think something colors, something aura, something.
You
Hey,
did
cool
have an aura.
design.
You did have an aura thing, but it's not in this character profile.
I remember.
I don't remember. Oh, here we are.
Yeah, no, I remember.
I
says-
don't exist.
It
Just
says
like
here,
real
no,
life.
it says here that your IR MOI access accessory is a sports watch. You can see the auras of other people that shows their personality. Strengths. You didn't put anything down for your strengths in combat, but weaknesses. Weak upper body strength. Not gonna do a lot of damage.
You think I have straights?
And then for your background story, you wrote, Internet Remix has an abundance of interesting specimens, ranging from aliens and artificial intelligence to magic mermaids, and then there's Baritone. Baritone is just your average college student who wanted to pursue the creative and performing arts for a living. While he was searching, he stumbled upon Man on the Internet and was taken in by Alex, the graphic designer and Korra's member, and that's it! That's all you wrote!
I want you to know that I'm hiding my face in a pillow.
Come back.
That's okay, guys. That just means you can come up with all the things, with all the
Oh God!
Oh, dun dun dun.
Oh God!
Dun dun
We
dun.
have the power.
Here,
Oh God, why would you give us power?
Here, Scott, let me pull up the image of you.
Speaking
having
of
to-
power.
you having to clean up the leaves that.
That's right, I remember.
There you go.
There you are.
I
you are.
remember this. I still have this saved to my phone, jokes aside. It's
Good.
very cute.
Thank
It's
you.
very cute.
You just wanted to rake up the leaves. Oh, I can close the thing now. Well,
So I gotta be leaving soon, but I
Okay.
I just pulled up my profile, and it turns out I actually do have this background story. Do you mind if I read this
Read
bit
it.
before I head out?
Read
Thank
it.
you. I
Feel
appreciate it.
free.
Read it. Read
Cool.
it.
Read it.
All right.
Darby lore.
So, Darby lore. Yeah, this is IR me. A man who always strives to be a good example. Darby grew up in relative poverty, but through his mother's example, he learned to make the best of most situations. His generally sunny disposition belies a complex and highly intelligent individual who puts the well-being of his friends and family as a high priority. Often silly and playful, Darby will entertain, and whether it be humorous or serious, Darby's goal is to be sincere and truthful in the way he carries himself, piquing the imagination of others and unabashedly exposing his feelings is a staple of Darby's character. Although his disposition can understandably be mistaken as naivete, he has a deep and personal comprehension of the potential darkness in people, as well as the light, and as a result, works to encourage others to be their best and most honest selves.
I remember. I remember that Cammy warmed up to Darby first.
Yeah,
I remember.
so good.
It's so soft. That's why we did the
Darby.
duet. Remember?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
why we
it.
did the duet because we were gonna reveal later that they were the. Oh.
I love our duet, Cammy. It makes me so happy to go back and listen to it.
I remember the context now.
I love it. All right. So Darby's powers allow him to protect those he cares for and ward off those who would do them harm. He can create barriers for defensive and occasionally offensive purposes as needed. Darby grew up a rather normal life, his family working hard to make a better life for him and his siblings. At a young age, he discovered his powers and vowed to use them for good, creating barriers to keep people from fighting in school and acting as a mediator when things got heavy between his classmates. For years, Darby thought he could only use his powers as a means to keep himself and others safe from harm. But not every problem can be solved by putting up walls. And he would later learn of a dark power of his own. Frustrated and inconsolable after an emotional event, Darby lashed out in anger, a sword of dark energy appearing in his hand. Darby's eyes widened in shock as the sword vanished. He came to realize that the barriers were a manifestation of his emotions. He cared about people, so he didn't want to see them harmed. Thus the orbs and walls that would protect those he wanted to keep safe. However, his anger pushing him towards hurtful thoughts, his barriers manifested as tools for harm. Because of this, Darby spent a lot of time learning about himself, the good and the bad, and trying to understand both the light and the darkness inside of him, so he doesn't cause harm to those he cares for. Being a founding member of the IR crew, Darby has a desire to see the group do well, and to help make the world a better place. Darby isn't perfect, but he tries to lead by positive example. There's still so much to discover about who he is and where his powers came from, and ever vigilant of any new information or potential adventure. But mostly, he just wants to have a good time. That's my.
I love him.
Sorry. Yay!
Good.
Thank you
Good
guys for letting me read
content.
that.
That was really nice. Thank you for
Yeah, that was
sharing.
lovely.
So cute.
Very good.
Also, go watch. Y'all go watch me and Cammy's duet. It's wonderful.
Yes.
I
it's
love
good
that
duet.
so much. That's why I was so like, now I'm sad.
Well, everybody, this has been awesome. Sorry I have to leave. We are hosting a guest tonight, and yeah,
No, take care of that.
You're fine.
Thank you
this
for
has been a
joining us.
blast.
Yeah, blast from the past.
Yeah. Right, love y'all. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was very fun. Scott, did you have anything else that you wanted to go over?
Did I?
I don't know. I'm just checking.
Tell more story. More story.
Yeah, Scott, tell us more
Unfortunately,
stories.
God, there was stuff for Scott, but like we ended up not getting to do a lot with Scott. I feel like Scott was one of the ones that I was trying to work on developing, and that's around when we were like
There's really not a lot. I remember at one point when we had Steel on board, there was like something about like mode of transportation, and then something about like
Don't you
like
have like
oh god,
rocket shoes?
something like that, I think. And then I think at one point Steel actually drew like me with like the
Oh,
Shadow the Hedgehog.
yeah!
The Shadow the
dashboard.
I
Wow.
remember that.
This is who I am.
This is
That
who I
blue
am.
hedgehog again, of all places.
I found you, Faker.
You're not good enough to be my
wait a minute, Scott. You're the one with the shadow shoes. You gotta do. I found you, Faker.
Faker? I think you're the fake around here. You're comparing yourself to me? Ha! You're not even good enough to be my.
I'll make you eat those words!
I'll make you eat those words. You have 23 seconds before the island explodes. It's gonna be like Krakatoa.
Amazing.
God.
I mean, aside
Shadow
from
the
that, though,
Hedgehog is a bit
I don't remember too much else. I remember making like a series of spectrums of the actual auras themselves. I think Queen reminded me that that we were supposed to be the two that bonded first. I think I remember an encounter with Jojo or Cammy at one point, but I don't think that was fleshed
I think
out.
it's because you're hyper aware of just people like. I think the one that I do remember is that like, apparently Cammy, like quote unquote Cammy's getting coffee, and she just like has this like inhuman. I see. No, that was a split thing. I think you and somebody else were pushing Split to do a thing, and you walked in. You were like, "Hey, I got some food." And I was like, "Oh, food!"
Yes, actually,
Immediately
on the
moved
subject
switch.
of Split, I also
Yeah.
remember this, trying to like read Split's aura, but it's just a bunch of like TV static. There's nothing, absolutely nothing.
That checks out.
But other than that, I can't really remember much else. It's a blur.
That's still good. Thank you.
Hmm.
All right, Cammy,
shit.
are you ready?
All right. Yep. Here we go, boys. This is gonna be a long one.
All right, Cammy, here we go.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Before
Yes.
so I will say my goodbyes before Cammy starts getting into it.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Tex, for joining us.
Hi, Tex.
Bye.
Have a good night.
It was nice joining you guys. Hopefully I can join again at some point. Maybe.
Definitely.
One day.
One day. All
All
right.
right, so Cammy.
All right. In a world. No kidding. Okay. So, let me get to the background story. All right. Cammy has lived a very interesting life. In that sense, she lived a double life. For most of her life, you can tell I'm a great writer, she lived for the sea. Because I was a mermaid. I lived in the water. She enjoyed being able to swim into the deepest depths and explore. She was in her element as a being of the water. However, there was one woman who decided to take her kind heart and ability to use against her. Crescenda, a leader of the small circus troupe, recruited Cammy into their little family. At first, it was a wonderful life, full of entertainment and joy, but the popularity led to greed. After a while, the tricks became more intense, more dangerous. It became much more strenuous on Cammy. It was to the point of torment. After not too long, wow, the circus troupe she loved became a troupe that just, it was real bad. The troupe basically just like took advantage of all the money and stuff and shenanigans. And all they wanted was money and power. Money and power. Not all of this ended up being horrible, however. Years of being trapped and forced into the entertaining the masses dangerous both led to immense strength and an astounding amount of patience. No one knows exactly how much of both she has. Her astounding lung capacity is a mystery to most unless they become very close to her. Rumors among the public, though, claim that she used to love the sea and diving into its depths. She can sometimes now be seen wandering by the water and feeling the sand between her toes. Oh gosh. So basically, like, she's run away from a circus that wasn't very nice to her. And because of all the shenanigans that happened, she has this like insane amount of inhuman strength. And also an insane amount of patience. And like the dynamic between, I remember the most distinct one is Cammy and Split, because Split likes to push people's buttons. And so the fact that like Cammy is very, very patient and very like doesn't really tries to not lose her like cool. And it just makes him more so apt to be like, hey, let me press all of your buttons. Yeah. And so, God, Crescenda, Dude, she was so pretty.
Hang on, let me pull her up again.
She's so pretty.
She's so fucking pretty.
Pretty
She's
evil.
Oh yeah, she's pretty evil, but
pretty!
she's very pretty. Yes, there she is.
If woman evil, why hot?
Why hot?
Correct.
Exactly. And then the other thing is that there was another dynamic between Chi-Chi and Cammy, where Chi-Chi actually knew Cammy from the circus, but because of Chi-Chi's like stuff in her backstory, she ended up not remembering Cammy. But that was real sweet, and that's also why there's a picture of Cammy and Chi-Chi.
I can't find Chi-Chi's profile, so I actually.
I remember
don't
it was
know.
supposed like hers was just like she had like multiple different like Chi-Chis, multiple different like shenanigans.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wish
It was really, really cool. I don't remember all of it, but
Like
like,
an execute.
yeah,
Execute.
I don't remember all of it, but it's just like, there was all that. And then I remember roping in, y'all remember the 4 like characters I made up in my brain, like during work that one day?
I vaguely know them, but unfortunately I don't have any pictures of them around.
That's
I remember
okay,
the
that's okay.
magician.
But my favorite, yeah, the best one everyone remembers the most is the magician.
Because I
crazy.
posted a meme of him.
Oh yeah, Art!
Art!
Yeah, no, because he's like, he's one of those villains where it's like everything is beautiful when it's strewn like red. Red is the most beautiful color. Look at it.
Look at it.
Yeah, he was bad. He was crazy. I loved him.
I can't remember how they tied in. I think I remember them like.
I think they were part of the
attacking IR
circus.
Tower or something.
Yeah, they were like part of the circus.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
I think they might have come because I know there is a plot in here where like Cammy gets.
Oh yeah, Cammy gets kidnapped back to
so
the
it's
circus.
probably related to that, and we all had to like come rescue you.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
I
after
love
the
that
flux
kind
arc-
of damsel in distress story.
Yeah,
I
you know,
love it
after the
very
flux
much.
arc had already fucked you
After
up.
the flux arc, yeah.
And then you just got
God.
fucked up more, because, you know, that's Cammy's favorite kind of character development.
Yep, getting fucked up is my kind of story.
That's your favorite story.
It's delicious.
Trauma is character development, if you believe.
Maybe if I break this glass enough, it'll start forming something different.
Correct. God, I love her.
She was like really fun.
She's
And also I remember distinctly that just like she cursed a lot.
yes. Oh, she cursed so
A lot
much.
of cursing.
Cursed a lot, has like shonen main character. But there's this thing like I have it written down somewhere that Goggles is scared of thunderstorms, and there's this bit of like her clinging to Cammy and squeaking about being scared, and then just cut to Cammy running out to the roof and yelling to the thunder, "Fight me!"
Oh yeah, she's like, fuck you, Sky!
How dare you!
Worst!
Poseidon quivers before her.
Exactly.
Poseidon quivers before her.
I guess Zeus in this case, but what?
Yeah.
So good.
But basically, yeah, because of all the crazy stuff she went through in the circus, she just developed this like insane sense of strength and this insane like patience. And so like the like quote unquote like horror story of Cammy like that went around the tower was like no one knows what happened to the man who she lost her patience with. Some say he doesn't even exist anymore. Some say he is buried in the tree in the backyard. And so it's just like all that stuff.
I love it.
But yeah.
Oops, I should zoom in properly so people can get a good look
Like,
at
think
this art.
Sakura combined with Mermaid Melody.
I love it.
Like Sakura from Naruto combined with
Yeah.
Mermaid Melody is what Cammy is.
Very, very good. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, or should we move on to the next person? We do have a large list of people.
I'm good. That's
Alright.
basically the gist of what I wanted to get. So,
No, it's,
I'm good.
It's some good shit.
Yeah.
God, there's a lot. There are things I want to say, but I'll save it for when Goggles comes up, because we had some stuff and it was fun. But I will wait. Okay, so who is going next?
I guess I'm the only one who's not muted besides Kristen, so
Juno!
to save people a click for now.
How brave of you.
All right. Stretch his arms out just for you.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
All right, that's gonna be the extent of my explain it. No, I'm kidding. There's more. All right, so I joined IR in like early 2018. So this was around the time where I was absolutely obsessed with ARMS. Juno, aren't you still obsessed with ARMS 2017? Yes, I am. I'm working on a musical project. But anyways, yes, my persona has stretchy arms. Because, okay, this is gonna sound really bad, but because Steele and I were both Asian, I can say this because I am Asian. I can say this because I am Asian. Please do not accuse IR of being racist. We're not racist. But because we're both Asian, I decided to make my persona mechanical as well.
Steele's a robot. We'll get to that.
Yeah. Steele is a robot. We will get to this. Made by the same company as the company that made Steele. So basically, I was Steele's little sibling in this universe, which was very cute.
Yes. God, I gotta see if I can find. There's like art that we ended up not using. Now I have to see if I can find it. There's like.
Can I make a light comment?
Go ahead.
If I remember correctly, in Steele's goodbye skit, Juno actually does refer to Steele as his brother.
I found it.
Oppa.
I found
Yeah,
the cute image.
Hyunga, yeah.
Hyunga. Oh my god, I said Oppa.
It's you guys making like pencil tower together.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cute.
According to my calculations, this will be the ideal spot for this next toothpick. And then it just like all falls apart. Shit.
So good.
That's the extent of our relationship.
Yep.
I believe that's called a margin of error.
Oh, and that's also why we had Juno send the letter in letters to Steele.
Yes,
Yep.
because
Yes, that is true.
Juno is Steele's younger sibling.
I am not in real life.
Not in real life, but in canon,
in the
Juno
Internet
is
Remix
Steele's
canon,
younger robot sibling.
Because we were manufactured by the same manufacturer, we were siblings indeed.
Yes.
Technically.
It's very cute. Very cute. Do you have anything else you want to add?
Let's see. What did I make my computer video? My computer vehicle.
Let's find out.
I think it was a Volkswagen camper van, but I don't remember.
Let me check. I just opened up your character thing.
Yeah,
so
I have it open right now. Let me see. I'm looking. I'm scrolling through it. Trust preferred weapon. Trust nobody. Only your fists.
God, now I have to.
I think I said a Volkswagen camper van.
Oh, VW microbus is what you wrote.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There it is. There it is.
We found it. Yeah, we did it. Woo! Oh yeah, another thing to note. This is gonna come up more when Steele's thing comes up, but Juno's robot type is specifically built to be like good with kids.
Yes.
Like
so I was good with the small squad.
Good with the small squad, yes. Hence the
Yes.
goggles clinging and this
Indeed.
and the poking JoJo's nose and so on.
Yes. I
Very
just
cute.
exude child-attracting pheromones. Whoa, hold on.
Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
let me rephrase that because that's horrible.
Everybody gets one.
I'm
freebie.
sorry.
Everybody
I
gets
spaced
one
out for
freebie.
a second, and the
No,
next
no,
thing I heard was
no.
Alex doing a Chris Hansen impression. What did I miss?
No. Everybody gets one freebie.
All right, let me back up for a second. Not what I just said, but no. Okay, I just have this aura. It's like an ice cream truck.
Yes.
Not like a musky animal.
Yes. The children's love Junos.
Yes.
Hence this cute bullshit.
Yeah.
Very good.
What if I had like a freaking little turkey in the straw ice cream bell that came by whenever I walked by? That came out whenever I walked by.
Oh, you wrote down another person that Juno close to was goggles. Juno started to do
Yeah.
little goggles, reaching for things that they cannot reach.
Yeah.
Very important.
They're very highly important.
The Smalls be like, we need this. I mean,
We
okay.
need the long arm, man. You need a long arm person.
I see no reason why you wouldn't need knives.
Trust nobody, only your fists.
So cute.
I'll fucking cheer to that!
So good.
Here's you back there, I'm like, yeah! Fight with your fists!
Yes.
I love it. Alright.
All right.
Anything
I
else?
think that's about it.
Okay, let us move
yeah.
on. So we've got left in this call, we have Alex, Bro, and Shiner. So, who wants to go next?
I volunteer as tribute.
Alright, Alex, you volunteered as tribute. Thank you. Let me pull you
All right.
up.
So, are you all ready for the deepest of deep backstories, the deep characterizations?
So
Are you
deep.
ready to be super impressed with
I'm
what
not
I thought
getting
up?
blown out of
for
my
my
seat.
How
IR
deep
persona?
does the Alex? How deep does
How
the
deep?
Alex internet
Knock my
man
socks off.
man on the
How
internet?
deep does it go?
All right,
Iceberg
are you
go.
sure you're ready? Are you
I'm-
sure everybody's ready for this?
I'm
God, I'm so
fucking
ready.
Knock my fucking socks off, Alex.
It's just me, circa 2017.
Hey!
Okay, that's not entirely fair.
Yeah, like personality-wise, it's basically me,
Yes.
circa 2017. A little bit of my actual backstory and reasons as to why I started a YouTube channel. I am not a Golden Age Superman power dude in real life. I am not hilariously broken and able to, like, Saitama-style punch out people in one hit in real
Yes.
life. Not a lot of people knew that, actually. I just wanted to share that fun fact with you.
Wow, you actually have superpowers in real life?
Wow, it's true. I am Superman's.
You are Superman's, yes.
Yes. But yeah, like, everyone was being anime as all hell, and I'm like, I am boss. I make content and troll my crew. Alex, how's that different from you?
Most he
This
does is
Alex
just
has
that little.
superpowers.
This
Most he
Alex
does
has
is just that little.
superpowers.
Most he does is just that little chair swivel. Is just like I've been expecting you.
Yeah.
He's in charge of the plot, okay?
Alex might be a boss, but he's definitely not a
He
baby
just looks at his
voiced by
papers.
Alec Baldwin.
He just goes, he looks at his papers and kind of like smacks him and goes, we need content.
Get pictures of Spider-Man.
Pictures of Spider-Man.
Spider-Man with his hand in a cookie jar.
You do have a thing right here that says you're the archetypal flying brick, but only as
yes.
Internet Man.
That is a shorthand way of referring to the typical Superman power set. Super strength, super speed, flight, and the like.
Correct.
Yeah. Basically, I was Saitama before I was aware of what One Punch Man was.
He can fly.
Next, yeah, you also write, he's been known to no-sell various things, up to and including death itself, just by not giving
Oh
a shit.
yeah. Like, I just completely don't care, and then stuff doesn't happen, because I remember we were planning Danganronpa, and I just, like, made it canon that Alex left
Yes.
midway through, even though they established,
I
no,
remember
there's no
that.
escape!
And you were
Yes,
just like, nah.
yes, I remember your talent was like the ultimate no fucks given or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so it was definitely just Saitama, which made it a bitch to write Alex into any stories with any meaningful conflict.
Yes. I mean,
Let's see if I can find those volumes.
it makes Legion really cool, though.
Well, we'll get to Legion,
We'll get to
hopefully.
Legion. Hopefully. I'm looking at the clock and I was like, this may end up being a 2-part stream. We'll see how it goes. Anything else you want to go over?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we went over all of it with the sentence, it's me circa 2017. So.
Excuse you, I think you failed to mention that you had a red panda named Pia who lives in your room, and then you have a very large sea lion named Tacoma who lives in the water around IR
Oh,
Town.
yes.
Both of which, very important.
Which explains the good boy skit.
Yes, that's the
There
good
you
boy
go.
skit.
That's the good boy skit, it's Tacoma.
Every skit we've ever made is actually somewhat related to these skits.
Yes. Correct. God, wonderful. So I think that leaves let's see here. Me, Bro and Shiner. And also me, but
Oh god, okay, I think I'm ready to get into this.
You're ready?
Yes.
I think I'm ready to get into this big
Hey,
ass
tell us about the mafia.
Tell us about the mafia.
Let me tell you about the fucking mafia, alright?
Oh, wait,
Okay.
Magician's also part of your thing too!
Yes,
Remember that
magician is a
ongoing
part of
thing?
my thing. Yes, I
Yeah!
do. Yes, I do. So I can talk about magician here too, because I do want to talk about magician, because I've been trying to remember for like the past couple days, like what the fuck the magician arc was, and I finally fucking remembered most of it. So I have a little bit more insight onto what the fuck the magician was doing. But basically, to start with Shiner as a character, she is a character who I like channeled a lot of my angst and teenage anger and just trauma into, because when I was in MOI, like as a child, still being in my parents' house, I was just not in a very good situation. It was very abusive, not good at all. So she was kind of like a very therapeutic character for me to make, even though she's like fucking insane and her backstory's insane. She's a very exaggerated character, but it was really fun to make. And basically, when she was a little itty bitty kid, she also had very, very, very shitty parents in a shitty house in the slums. And her parents were also abusive in all aspects. And to stay afloat in poverty, they had to deal with the local syndicate that was running around in IR to sell the drugs that the syndicate provided for them, but never actually paid back their dues. So when Shiner was around like 13, a smaller broken off gang of the syndicate broke into her house, and they wanted to quote unquote collect the unpayable debt that was owed for way too long. So in essence, they basically wanted to kill her parents. So they come in, and Shiner's like in the basement, you know, doing whatever. She hears people coming into her house at like 3 a.m. and she's just like, what the fuck? So she goes up to investigate, and she does what she does best, and she spies. And she sees all these people who are gathered around her parents. She learns everything about the syndicate, how much debt her parents are in, the whole situation. And she ends up making herself known. And they're just like, oh my god, there's a kid there? There's a kid here? What? And she's like, yeah, you know what? I heard all that shit, and you want to take me with you? I can be useful. And then to prove herself by being useful, she murders her own parents in cold blood, which is really fun. That's really, really great. So, yeah. She goes with this gang, and after years of like working for them and establishing a familial relationship with them, despite being a gang, they're actually like decent people, just in really, really shitty situations. And if you look
little
at...
bird. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I think, let me see. So that big burly man you see right there, that's Clayton. He's like the leader of that little Jackal Syndicate breakoff team. And he was kind of like an immediate father figure because of his situation. He like can't have kids, but he's actually like a very fatherly figure. And he's like, yo, you know what? I'll teach you how to fight. I'll teach you how to murder. I'll teach you how to steal. You just gotta be smart about it. So basically, they all like bond. They spend years together just doing crazy shit. And then they decide that they want to try and break away from the syndicate because it's starting to become corrupt. And I believe it was one of Cammy's characters that was like the boss of this syndicate. I don't remember who it was, but it was one of them.
I think there was one that was in charge, but then there was like a group of 4 of them that are sort of like a very high profile group in it.
Yeah,
which is where the magician comes from, because I just found the pictures of them. So there's the magician, there's Ray, there's Alexei, and then there's Little Bird.
Hang on, let me pull 'em up.
I'm sorry, I didn't think about them. I forgot that they were part of the lore.
You're all good. So that's the magician.
Part of the lore. I love the magician.
Okay, so magician
That's
is the guy
Ray.
with the top hat and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Alexei is the one with the scar, and then Little Bird is the one with the like dark hair.
Woo!
Yeah. So basically the boss learns that they want to get out, and that group comes to kill the gang. And you know, it's terrifying. This is a very like small group of very powerful people, and as much as like Shiner's family wants to like fight it off, they can't. And the worst thing that she saw was like Clayton trying to fight off all these people, and he looks at her underneath the table, like gets hit in the head, like turns to her while he's on the ground under the table and tells her to run, and then covers the table with his body and then just gets murdered very brutally, and it's very traumatizing. So Shiner ends up grabbing the money that the syndicate was there to grab from like the gang itself, and she goes on the run. And unfortunately, one of those members catches a glimpse of her running away, so they know that there's somebody else that was a part of this gang that they didn't know about that's out there running around with a shit ton of information.
Yeah,
So,
shit ton of money.
yeah, no, and a shit ton of money, like a lot of money in a little backpack, like a lot. So, basically she roams around the street for 2 years, learns street smarts, like, you know, just does her thing, does what she does. And Moon eventually comes around and meets her and is just like, oh, yo, what the heck? You should be out here. Do you want to come, like, live in my house? It's pretty cool. And Shiner's just like, I mean, no, but no. And Moon's just like, you know, telling her, you know, you should really come, like, it's safe, it's fine, we've got food. And she's like, shit, you've got food? All right. So she goes with them to the tower, and as a character, like, she's kind of standoffish with people who try to be her friends, because all she's known from friendship is that people die, and that's it. Like, if you have friends, they are going to get hurt by you, and they are going to, like, leave you, and it's just not a healthy way to think, but that's how she thinks for, like, the first season and a half. So she's very hard to talk to, very just, like, angsty and angry with everybody, and, she goes through, like, more of a redemption arc, I think, in the 3rd season. But to bring the magician into play, so I don't talk for too long, there's this part, I think, during, like, the Flux arc, where it's
magician.
No, it's not the Flux.
Magician is post-Flux.
Post-Flux. Okay, so after
Post-Flux.
After post-Flux, I think, like, once Cammy is kidnapped,
I think they get paid. They get paid by the circus to be like, bring her back, and they're like, okay, money.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
while they're like trying to collect that, she's like, wait a minute, I know you. And that's like,
Yeah, exactly. So while everybody's out, like, of the tower trying to go save Cammy, I'm stuck in the tower with the fucking magician. And the magician is doing some really messed up mental shit to Shiner. And they're, like, literally making her see all of her friends fall dead around her. They, like, literally just torture her mentally so much. Yeah, she plays the mind games and just chases her around, and she's, like, at this mental breaking point, basically. And before all of this, she had confided in Split and was like, hey, can you, like, take me to a different dimension really quick where nobody can hear us so that I can tell you what the fuck is going on? So they do that, and she honestly thinks that's, like, one of the nicest things that anybody's ever done. But because he knows about that shit, he comes back to the IR tower and sees the magician trying to, like, fuck with Shiner. So he goes to try and attack the magician. The magician stabs him. Like, straight up just stabs him. And
this shit is horrible, man. I love him.
Oh, it's horrible.
I love him.
It's Shiner's delusion. It's just like she is thoroughly believing that it is her fault and that she's, like, literally causing self-destruction, and she's causing destruction with her friends, like, simply by being around them. So she kind of gets to this point where she's, like, completely broken down, and then something clicks. And then she goes and walks over to Split, and he's just like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here. And she's like, no, just, like, let me help you for once. And then she summons these light chakras and then flings them at the magician to try to, like, paralyze them and defuse the situation. But the magician is so deranged and messed up that she can't do anything and just ends up stabbing him so Split and her can escape. And I don't remember what happens after that, but, like, it was gnarly.
Oh, that's some intense shit.
Yeah.
I remember it so well.
I do too. It was
Oh, it was so beautiful.
Moment.
I also really liked being able to play the crazy magician. I was just like,
You were
I
really
was
good at it.
gone
You were
for a brief moment, but Shiner, did you tell them how she accesses her door?
Oh yeah. So she's got a key with the blade, and she's got like she should have gloves on her hands, or she did in some of her like designs, and the gloves are there to hide the fact that she cuts her skin and uses a drop of blood to use like a sensor on the door so that she can go in, because she's hiding mafia money and mafia intelligence, and she can't have anybody getting into that shit.
So it's very metal, very crazy, very edgy.
So good. Yep. See, look at them.
Look at them
cups. Look at
Oh my
them
god,
cups.
cups!
Also, this art's from like 2-3 years ago, and I'm just like, oh, I can see the improvement, but like, I want to draw more things now. I want to draw more things.
Right? God, this is such a good story. Good job, Shiner.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I made like this whole entire character interaction chart too, where I literally
was
went.
reading through the character interaction charts.
Yeah!
They're all so good.
I didn't get to do all of them because I just never ended up finishing them, but one of my favorites is an interaction that she has with Walrus, and she's just like, so, you're not actually a walrus, right? You're a person? You're a person? And then she jumps on top of him and is just like, take off your head, you fucking freak!
There's this fucking thing. One of the things I wrote down for, like, shit that the small squad does. Hang on, I have to go down the list because there's one that I wrote that was like, attempting spying on Walrus to determine if he is in fact a man in a walrus suit. Goggles and JoJo are determined to believe, but Shiner is suspicious, and Goggles and JoJo will back up their homie to the death. So
You're like, I'm pretty sure he's a walrus, but if you don't think he is, let's investigate the fucker.
Basically, like, Goggles 100% believes that Walrus is a walrus, but Shiner wants to know, and it's very interesting if Shiner wants to know. So
it's gotta be if she wants to know.
If you want to do it, you know, listen. Small squad represent. They have this whole.
Hell yeah.
No, I wrote it down in their fucking character interaction because, like, the small squad is very much the babbies. And, like, Shiner and Goggles have, like, the little kid thing where, like, they're best friends 1 minute, and then for, like, 3 hours they're the worst enemies, and they've thrown each other under the bus, and now they're best friends again 2 hours later.
Oh, God. It's so wonderful. I love that. It's so cute. It's so cute. Also, Juno sent me through a wall with their fucking spring arms.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember that.
There's a fucking skit that's just Shiner trying to like egg Juno into using his arms, and then Juno act like she pulls on his arm and it sends him through a wall, sends her through a wall, and Shiner's like, I knew it!
Yeah, I knew it!
You're a robot!
Cool.
It's so good.
It's so wonderful. I loved doing those types of character interactions because Shiner's just such like an angry character, so her reactions are always just like so explosive and just emotive. It's so great.
It's always a good time. I love her.
Thank you.
Alright, the remaining folks are, sorry, I am gonna move on because we have...
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
A lot of people. So we're moving on to, Bro, you're next.
If I remember correctly, there's not actually a lot written in
there.
that
There is
sheet.
actually not a lot for you because
Yeah,
your
and
thing was that that Bro is a mysterious figure that's like basically just collecting information of everyone in the tower.
honestly, even the mysterious figure part was very like not really a thing. So it's just kind of it's like because I added that in because I saw so many people had like all this crazy stuff, and I thought about it and was like, I actually don't need this. So it's just kind of bro's entire thing was like, I am collecting information on all of these people in the tower because I don't know how to like people like a normal human being. So so it if I remember correctly, like Bro's character evolved a lot because we were still like messing with the character a lot. At some point, they just became a very tired accountant, which is just every character I play outside of play. Very tired accountant is my character type. Sorry.
It's okay. Sometimes you just have character types, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, there it is. I have this sketch that I forgot to put up of just collecting all of Goggles' art. Please look at my niece's adorable artwork.
God.
I saved this when you made it for me
I also
because I
remember-
just thought it was really cute.
I remember that Cammy and Bro just become like these weird cryptids at 3 a.m.
Yes.
Yeah, like for some reason in the tower you hear like 3 a.m. go off and they're like, oh no.
Yes.
God, yeah, Bro and Cammy were like these 3 a.m. buds, and we were gonna have a skit about it where it's just like, hey, Cammy, what time is it? It's Oh my god, it's 3 a.m.
Oh my god, it's 3 a.m. Ah!
God, it was yeah, but it's just Bro's character was very very simple. They existed
is.
like it's there it is.
Found it.
I was supposed to propose to Cammy with a fidget spinner.
Listen, I was obsessed with fidget spinners.
She was really obsessed with them.
Wasn't there like an
I had
audio
two of
we
them.
put
I had
together at
two
some
fidget
point?
spinner pens.
Yeah,
They were
I was
so
about to
cool.
say, Cammy, you have pens for this.
I had fidget spinner pens. I don't know where they are now, but they were so cool.
I think at one point there was an audio clip that we all put together. It was like
I distinctly
you and
remember
just
it.
laughing.
Oh, yeah, I
maniacally.
remember that. I
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah, because Juno made a gif of it.
I made a gif of like Cammy freaking like laughing.
Now you will
evilly.
feel the wrath of
And
my
then
spin
and then
eyes.
Uzu just comes in, just like no.
Slappy.
It should be in the freaking Chrono Trigger the musical server. Actually, let me see if I can
It's
find
either
it.
in there or it's in the
Usually.
archives of yeah.
Okay,
'Cause I
thank
actually
you.
was listening to that like a little tiny bit before. I didn't know we were gonna grab it.
God.
But
Memories.
yeah,
There's
like
Delta. There's a picture. Of
yeah, Bro ended up also being like added into whatever Split was doing at the time, like being the straight man to Split's like crazy otherworldly like
Bullshit.
stuff going on. It was just like I remember that Split and I planned on having a skit where Split like opened another dimension to go get some chips, and like Bro saw him do it, and they were just like, "You can do that!" And then Split was like, "If you don't tell anybody, I'm bringing you with me." And so like, God, it's just like an entire like thing. It's just but at their core, Bro is just like a again, very tired accountant. So
Very tired accountant.
very tired accountant who has tabs on literally everybody in the tower.
Yes.
So
The end
Sorry.
of the detective skit is actually just Bro in the background, sneakily gathering information as the one who actually knows everything.
yeah.
It really isn't that too different from Camp Streamix, bro, is it?
No.
Cam Street. That was kind of the point. Like, bro's entire thing for a long time was like, I know everything about these people, but I don't talk to them that often. So, as in, like, there was an entire like notebook that they keep in their drawer and under the bed that they would add like small things to. And I remember we were going to have a skit of not a skit, but like a bit in a skit about Bro being like, well, you can't talk to them right now. Why? Well, because they're going on their morning walk and they won't be back for another 20 minutes. And then after that, they're going to take a nap. And then after that, and it's just kind of like, the bad thing is that that's also kind of based off of how I am with IR because I have memorized everybody's sleep schedule at this point. I'm kind of aware of what a lot of people who I talk to regularly are doing at any given time. So
That's okay.
Yeah.
You notice.
because somebody will be like, hey, I need to message Kristen. I'm like, you can't do that. She just made dinner. Did she tell you that? No.
I mean, like my thing is like whenever people will eventually get to it, so just send them a message anyway.
Yeah.
God.
Maybe the freaking fidget spinner thing is found it.
Found the
Yes,
spinner
yes.
thing.
Show it.
Yes, I got it.
There it be.
Yes.
There we go.
God, I remember
Yeah,
watching you
boy.
make this.
Wonderful. Very good. God. Well, this is very good. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
The bow tie was my key. I don't remember what my vehicle was. And I think I did ranged attacks.
You probably did? Let me check, just for funsies. Bird Ingalls. Whip. Your vehicle. No, stop. I didn't want to go to the room section. Your vehicle was a black Vespa.
Ah.
And, says here that mostly you wrote, plays defensive, don't get hit is the motto, tries to make very precise attacks at weak spots. Mostly you just pick up fighting styles and you're quick to adjust.
Okay.
Dexterity, low attack, pretty much screwed if pinned. Weaknesses outside of IR, unknown.
Weaknesses, getting pinned.
God. Yeah, because I actually have a tab up called Fights on the Internet, where Alex did in fact come up with movesets for everyone. Actually, wrote out concepts of an entire game and then gave people movesets.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember. So this was a very good time.
Very good.
God.
I get a complete moveset for Alex and vague concepts for everyone else.
I think I
No. This whole document has full movesets.
I think I went into Photoshop at one point and gave people like color palettes at one point.
That was really cool.
Fights on the internet. Now I have to look at this.
Yeah, fights on
20
the
pages.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
full moveset for Alex, and then just like the specials for everyone else.
Yep.
Oh my god. Wait, I want to find what my special was.
It was basically Smash Brothers meets Marvel vs. Capcom.
Excellent.
Neutral special.
Oh no, I didn't have it.
Who has gun?
Who has gun?
Oh yeah, this is where like
No one has gun.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is where Murder God is like.
Yeah, because this was after Discord Murder Party was the thing.
Oh Christ! Hi, Joy.
There I am. Oh yeah, I had.
Hi.
Oh yeah, look at my pad. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, I guess we have our next person.
Huh?
You're here. Just
Congratulations, you volunteered as Chippy. We're talking about IR characters.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
You get to tell everyone what your 16-year-old brain was doing.
Yeah. Time to talk about Moon.
Talk about the
Let me
lizard.
preface this by saying I put together his backstory when I was like 16, 17. Basically, think like Superman, but lizards and like no superpowers. So
Lizard Man.
yeah, so good old Moon right here, who is a little bit darker than he should be. I also am aware. Was on a moon planet with an entire lizard race called the Space Boys, and Space Boys was spelled really fucked up because I thought that was like the way to do it. Yeah, and so these lizard people are like, we need to send these babies out there so that we can find different places to live on, because good golly gosh, our moon is collapsing basically. And so they were sending out these babies. The thing about the lizard people, they're smart but they're stupid. And so they were like, maybe it's... Oh, thank you for lightening me up. That seems about right, actually.
It's so correct, but also disorienting.
Like it's like really fucking weird because that's not me anymore.
That was magic. I don't know how to feel about it because it's accurate, but it's not.
Anyway, Space Boys.
But yeah, the Space Boys, they were stupid, and they didn't really consider that. Oh, maybe sending our babies out there isn't exactly a great idea, because they're fucking babies. Anyway, so good old Moon lands on Internet Planet, is raised by two people, and does that thing where chameleon type shit just shapeshifts and stupid shit. You know how it is. Looks like a person in Internet Planet. Eventually, at the ripe old age of 17, good old Moon gets a little thing just crashed through his room, his window, and it's a message from his parents. And they're like, yo, hope you're doing well, kiddo. We got you this thing here. It's pretty neat. It's a gaming PC, except it actually turns into a giant mechanical sloth named Karen. And as time has gone on, I have written Moon to be progressively more and more stupid. Skits that we have never released to the public.
Because let me tell you, he gets real fucking stupid.
Oh god, I love our characters' dynamics and as Moon progressively got stupider. Like
because
Jordan,
Bro's
you went
character is
from-
just very intelligent, while Moon is just incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
And you stick him in the room together, and it's just really fun. But yeah.
oh
Moon is a
god, the
lizard boy.
hallway skit that we were gonna put out last year, and it just didn't happen.
It just didn't happen.
Yeah.
You went from Superman to Spider-Man.
Superman to Spider-Man. Yeah, we were
You became the Spider-Man.
I'm not even a fucking lizard anymore. I don't
Spider-Man.
do that lizard shit no more.
Yeah,
I'm a
somebody else is
spider.
the lizard
Why
now.
have 4 legs when you can have 8?
Octopus technique!
Looks like there's still a bit of lizard left after all.
Let me see, because Kristen sent me the doc that I made. So let's just open that bad boy back up. Oh yeah, so I'm about to drop in chat what Spacer Boys is spelled like, because it's real dumb. Spelled like
well,
that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay,
Oh, yeah!
that's cool.
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I need to head out. I have shit I need to do.
Alright.
But,
Good night,
yeah.
Scott.
Good night,
Later,
Scott.
Scott.
Yeah, have a good one, guys. Love y'all.
You
Yeah,
too.
take care.
Hi, Scott.
Ace.
Lizard.
But yeah,
Oh,
he's a
lizard.
little lizard boy. And after his parents' little gift pops back into the fucking window, there's also like a little necklace with a blue crystal from his father. Because they're okay. So here's the weird thing about Space Boys: they're lizard people, but it's like the little spikes that they have on their body. It's kind of like geodes and stuff. So like a neat thing. So he got little crystals protruding out of his. Like, yes. The utterly confused, why is my arm a giant? I almost said lobster? Lizard?
My hand is a lobster!
I remember there was a bit where like Steel pulled off one of your crystals and you were just like, ow!
Yes.
I just like that because it makes it look like I understand now.
Oh,
I
and
know-
then
I am a-
specialty. Moon can breathe in space. Oxygen increases the intellect of his lizard race, only to a point where it matches the folks with a somewhat average IQ.
Oh,
Moon,
man.
unfortunately, didn't have a whole lot to work with in the beginning, so you gotta cut him some slack. These people are really stupid.
We love you, Lizard Himbo.
Little...
Limbo! He's limbo!
Limbo.
Everybody limbo!
limbo!
No, what's so funny about that though is like I feel like you would start part like everybody limbo, and then Moon just goes, "Yes," we go, "Not you."
How low can your IQ go?
Hey, is that a challenge?
No,
Is that a challenge? Holds breath.
stop it! Oh no!
Wait, dude, are you actually holding your breath?
God. No, stop!
Don't
I think
you
he's
dare!
actually holding his breath.
I think
The
I
madman's
feel
doing
like
it.
there was definitely a thing where it was like, hey, how long can you hold your breath? I don't know, let's find out.
Oh my god, wait, that'd actually be really funny because Cam would be like, "I'm down."
Yep.
Oh, Jordan, you can make the joke that you wanted to make earlier today because you thought you weren't going to be here.
Hey.
The one with Cammy.
I was gonna say.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Amphibian.
Reptile. yeah, they have this like weird dynamic where they just instinctively know what the other one is. They're not entirely certain why. It's just like this aura that they both give off of each other. Just reptile.
You are
Very
big-
early on in the evolutionary line, when the fucking reptiles split off from the amphibians in the first place, it forever set a
Exactly.
divide between the
It
two.
forever set a divide.
I love it. Reptile.
So they just like have this like weird like they're not too sure about the other one. It's kind of like lizard. They're caveman SpongeBobbing each other. Most of the time, they're just. "Ah!"
That is such a good visual.
Bunga bunga.
Monkey.
Look at yourself, asshole.
I know that.
Hey, I'm not the.
I feel like I don't know if we ever went anywhere with this, but I remember like eventually the Space Boys come to Earth, and it seems like it's gonna be an invasion or something, but it super does not go that way.
No, it's basically like a family reunion, and then oh god, I had this whole like story arc with Moon that like this dude was gonna try and kill all the Spacer Boys, and it was like we gotta harvest the crystals for power, and then Moon's like, I'm not gonna let you do that, and then like it kills him, and then now he's sad. And then we never did it.
We never did it.
We never do.
We didn't touch it with an 8-foot pole.
And then we never did it. It's just a summary of internet remix.
Then we never did it.
Yep.
Until Camp Streamix came along, and then it's like
Camp Streamix is the one thing we did do, and it's slowly becoming, and then we never did.
Yep.
Hey, listen to say we never did it again.
Yeah.
It's a difference. We're improving.
Yeah.
We haven't stopped doing it since it happened.
Yeah. But yeah, this is good. Do you have anything else you want to say? Because if not, we should go on break soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send me that lighter moon.
Okay, I will do that. I need to fix one of your ears because I didn't select.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Take your
It's a
time.
birthmark.
When we come back.
When we come back, I gotta go over goggles, and then I gotta hit everyone that we didn't talk about yet.
Yeah.
We might only be describing characters today. We might have to save all of the plot shit for next time.
Yeah, because we're
There's so much.
never gonna have time, especially not to get the fucking Legion.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, like there's so
Legion.
much to go over. So I think we'll probably just be doing character talk today, and then we'll save plot stuff for next time. But yes, we're gonna do a quick 5-minute break. So don't go anywhere wild. See y'all in just a bit. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the IR Vault. Before we get into character things, I feel it is time that Bro explains his situation. Unless you can't, in which case I'll explain.
I think it would be funny if you explained, and then I just followed up with anything you missed.
So this asshole got himself some food, some things from Dunkin' Donuts. And for whatever reason, whenever you order food, it seems to be cursed. You have gotten more wrong orders while ordering food than anyone else I have known in my entire fucking life.
Reminds me of Jimmy John's.
Yes, reminds me of Jimmy John's, but that's not important. Actually, we didn't tend to get orders wrong. But it boggles my mind that you keep getting wrong orders. But anyway, so this asshole ended up with it's like a latte with almond milk in it, correct?
It actually wasn't a latte. It was an original blend, which is even worse because I ordered a latte.
Right. So he got some original blend coffee with almond milk in it. And this asshole is allergic to nuts. And do you want to know what he did? He went on about how he should, report and send in some angry stuff about the fact that this person essentially brought him fucking poison. Like, he went on about how it was poison for several minutes. And then, 10 minutes later, he was like, my throat hurts because I drank the almond milk. Did I miss anything, Brother Dingleberry? Have I missed any details?
I mean, you didn't mention the fact that it's a large.
I didn't know that! Now I'm madder!
It's the biggest cup they offer.
God fucking... Why did you do that?
You also didn't mention the fact that I pulled the same thing in your apartment.
You did! That's the thing you've done! Yes, I had these chocolate truffles, and they were like gingerbread truffles. And I said... And I was like, okay, so there's all these truffles. Bro, don't eat those ones. Those are gingerbread. You told me that you're allergic to ginger. And he said, okay. And then he ate them.
You're the one who was the fool here, Brother Dingleberry.
I ate more ginger truffles than Kristen did. She'd wake up and I'd be just kind of sitting in the room, covered in truffles. And it's like, hey, are you okay? Yeah, my throat's closing. That's fine. Why are you doing this? I don't know.
The truffles.
Listen, the entire
Please
reason I
stop
ordered
eating
from Dunkin'
poison.
was to get the coffee. And they got 0% of my order right, and I didn't get anything in return when I reported it, and I was very upset, and I really wanted coffee.
Children, please do not do what Brother Dingleberry has done. He's in pain. Do not follow this man's example. Do not. I will judge you if you do. Like, I
thought I was
judging him.
doing better. I straight up said, I think the almonds are wearing off, and then like 2 minutes later I was like,
Folks, if you have any allergies, if you have any food allergies, such as to nuts or shellfish, please avoid those foods when you can.
Yeah, don't do this.
Especially if you know that your allergies are potentially lethal. Histamines, they don't screw around.
They don't.
Have an EpiPen on you if you know that you have allergies to common foods.
I was about to make a statement about how no one can afford an EpiPen in this economy.
Well, if you have one, then you should probably hoard it until you absolutely need it.
Yeah.
Because American healthcare.
Healthcare.
American made.
Speaking of horrifying things, let's talk about goggles.
Oh boy.
Ooh, oh boy.
What a great segue I just did. If I can only find her on this list. There's so many fucking characters in this thing. There she is. Okay, so goggles. That's right. It's time to talk about my OC. I know you're all thrilled. Okay, so, goggles. So when I made goggles, well, first of all, I was coming in with the idea that I was an Ascended fan, so that was kind of a part of how she came into being. Like, I was like, okay, so we're gonna kind of work with that. And I got hired on as a writer, and I got hired on as an artist. And I felt like everyone around me was a voice actor, and I figured nobody would want me to talk or anything like that because I was not a voice actor, and I was like, well, I can do squeaks, so she's just gonna squeak and she's just gonna talk in, like, signs. It'll be really cute. And she started out being 11, but I feel like as time has gone on, she's become younger and younger. I don't know how old this child is anymore.
She's Benjamin Buttoning.
She's baby.
Eventually, oh no, I'm not gonna. Actually, hang on. There's a better joke to be made here, unless people are not as familiar with the sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm not. I didn't know there was a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, well, Charlie and the
sequel.
Glass Elevator. There was this really creepy sequence in which I think it was Grandma Josephine ate like a candy that caused her to de-age into the negatives. And basically be sent to the Shadow Realm, where she became like this horrifying wrinkled ghost wraith thing from eating too much of this anti-aging candy, or age-reversing candy, I should say. And I think like Charlie had to like tether himself in and like yank her out.
God, what the fuck?
Yeah, it
was fucked up.
Yeah, this is the same book that had giant walking turds, so.
What the fuck?
That can only spell one word, scram. Anyways, continue.
That didn't happen with Goggles. Okay, so Goggles is baby. I'm trying to figure out how best to even start on what Goggles is. Okay, so Goggles is an eldritch abomination manifest from all the creative energy in Internet Tower. Basically, she just sort of appears because everyone's making so much shit and all that kind of coalesces into a being. So she appears in the tower.
I had a bad burrito breakfast the other day.
And everyone's memories are immediately adjusted with multiple backstories to explain her existence. Like, Xander found her in an alley, right? No, Cammy found her in a closet. No, she's a former MOI fan and she shipped herself to Alex in a box with her resume and her portfolio, right? None of these are accurate, and if asked to pinpoint the exact date of Goggles' arrival, no one would be able to give it. Also, little things about her constantly change. How old is she? 14, 11, 8. I could have sworn when she joined she had brown eyes, but now they're blue, and she has freckles. She was 5 feet tall, but now she's shorter than Chi-Chi, and she's actually a child. Wait. So because she is a being of, like, pure creative energy, she is instinctively drawn to any and all plot happenings, and also has the ability to warp and trigger said plot happenings. So, basically, her presence pushes people together and breaks them apart, it strings events together, it makes the tower so it's constantly having things happen. The energy released from these shifts is what makes her grow stronger and sustains her. She's basically an adorable parasite. She's not really conscious of the fact that she's, like, making this shit happen, because she totally is. It's just sort of what's happening. So, like, when she's around Tex will never quite manage to get the right information, because it is more interesting if Tex does not get the information. So that's fun. There are 3 different kinds of Goggles writing, because she is always writing in her room. She is a tiny fanfiction gremlin. There is, of course, the reams upon reams of absurd fanfiction that, you know, it's just, there's so many shipping charts and shit. Those are really cute. Those never actually happen. Because, you know, if you're a good writer, you shouldn't break character. But she also has this secret writing closet, and that closet holds a novel that details everything that has ever happened in Internet Remix Tower, down to every conversation and moment, and she is driven to write everything out before it actually happens, and she must write this script. She can alter things about it, but the alterations have to be in character and make sense in the context of what has already happened. So basically, she's just a conduit for the plot. Charles, like, I feel like my entire life is a lie. Goggles is an eldritch creature. How did I go 3 years without knowing this? The third kind of writing she writes is just stress writing, and just piles upon piles of angst and psychological horror. It's fine. It's fine. It's not canon, so it doesn't matter. She's basically small child, acts like she's often a rebellious troublemaker because shenanigans are great plot energy, and she's very curious. She doesn't seem to quite grasp that her actions have consequences and can potentially hurt people. She does shit like, Moon's very dumb, so she will often encourage him shit like, what if you just jumped off the roof? Good idea, Goggles! Gosh! Have you ever... So...
Goggles, why is there a moon-shaped crater in the sidewalk in front of the tower?
Yes. So, yeah, so she's just the worst. She's also the leader of the small squad, and generally, which is, her, Jojo, Chi-Chi, and Shiner, and they do all kinds of shenanigans. Yeah, she's really clingy and sweet, and genuinely is overall trying to do good things. It's just that, you know, that love's a little dangerous because she's a plot gremlin. The only person who knows what Goggles is Split, because he realized early on something was off. And then one day he, like, goes into her room while she's not there, while he's looking for her, stumbles upon her closet, picks up a page, and reads her writing of him finding the page and reading the writing. And he's like, huh, that's meta. And then Goggles freaks out and he promises that he'll keep it secret because, you know, that's a weird thing. She's afraid of sleep, and she will go out of her way to avoid it because she only recently came into existence as a collection of energy, and subconsciously she's afraid if she sleeps, the energy will disperse and she'll cease to exist. So she'll go days without sleep until she's basically run herself into the ground, and then somebody has to make her go to sleep. She's afraid of being alone, and so she's just, like, really, really clingy. So yeah, that's why you get shit like this, and the fucking, I have the high ground, it is time for bed, small child thing. It's all related! There's a lot of other stuff about Goggles, but, that'll come up later. I will say that she's also, leader of the small squad, Split's younger sister, via adoption, essentially. And then she's Xander's sidekick. So she's the one like helping him put. She does a lot of like her whole thing is basically like if you are up to shenanigans, Goggles is there and she wants to help. And she'll be very good at whatever, like, she needs to be, because, you know, it's more interesting if she can suddenly do rocket science. But only if that rocket science will inevitably fail later. So, yeah, she can't really fight, she's a child. So, but she does follow cartoon physics, and she can, you know, she can warp reality, so she'll never actually die. I'm wigging out right now. I had no idea all these skits tied back into the universe and there's even shits not released. How did I go 3 years? We didn't tell you! We kept it a secret!
We were very good at keeping it a secret.
Yes.
We didn't say anything, that's why!
Yeah! Yeah, so she follows cartoon logic. Her vehicle is like a floating golden bubble, like a Psychonauts levitation ball. Cause, yeah, the hat and goggles are just a big ol' Psychonauts reference. Though everyone who has ever seen it has been like, is that sock from that thing on Tumblr? And I'm like, no.
Is that sock?
Is that sock?
I actually saw a GIF of that earlier today and was like, oh, it's Goggles!
It's Goggles!
Thank you for the bits, Blitz.
Thank you for the bits.
But yeah, so she's very attached to Split, obviously, because he's her big brother. She's also very attached to Cammy, because Cammy's super cool and super strong. So there's all that cute bullshit. Bro has all of her drawings in his wallet and displays them. Have you seen what my niece did? Look at how great she is at this. So good. There's a lot of other shit I could go into, but there's a lot of Goggles content.
There's a lot of Goggles content.
There's a lot of Goggles content. I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's the basics of Goggles. There's a lot of other stuff about her, but you know, that's for plot stuff. So let's not worry about that. But most prominent is, you know, tiny plot gremlin who is changing reality, and she's Split's younger sister and she's Xander's sidekick. And oh, as Xander's sidekick, it means that Xander will always fail because it is more funny if Xander fails. Woo! Okay, so that's Goggles. Let's see here. Now we have to start going down the list of, like,
Everyone who's not here.
everyone who's not here. Okay, so let's see here.
I mean, surprisingly, we had a lot of people here, so...
Yeah.
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 Okay, so we've got, people we've got left. Split, Steel, Atlas, Uprising, and Vidabit. Tom, Xander, Phil, Bro, you actually are on my list twice somehow.
Weird.
Phil
Bro, just keeps
and
happening.
Walrus. So, is Goggles the reason the tower shifts? No, the tower shifts on its own. The tower is just like that. The tower is just like that, but shifts are more likely to happen if it's more interesting because of Goggles, if that makes any sense. It's fine. I can't make a character that isn't an Eldritch Horror. I just don't know how to do it.
Either an Eldritch Horror or trying to fuck an Eldritch Horror.
Correct. It's really true.
Takes notes for Jericho Nova.
She might not try to fuck an Eldritch Horror. It depends. Are there hot lady Eldritch Horrors in Strangers to the Stars?
I think you know very well. I can't tell you that.
Damn it!
You know very well, having looked at the art sheet, I can't tell you what characters are.
Damn it! Damn it, I thought I'd get away with it. Alright, so let's see here. Who should I go with? Should we go with Steely Wheelies? Let's go with Steely Wheelies. He's up at the top of the stairs.
Mr. Steve.
Right, so Steel. So Steel, as we have mentioned, is a robot. Let me pull up his character profile. God. So first of all, he's got some cool guns and lasers. He has built-in jets and hover shoes. He has robotic eyes. He's got extreme reflexes, industrial strength, lifting / force. He's not programmed to punch and kick with force though. He's got laser fingers. Also, he always has a Wi-Fi connection. He also has like a constant like data bank going into a cloud and shit like that. He's basically a glass cannon. Awesome fighty robot. Okay, so background story. Steel was delivered to Alex's doorstep in MOI HQ one day as an accidental delivery when MOI HQ was still budding. The only thing that was on the box was the label of the product manufacturer, Gizoid Inc. There was no return address or sender address. When Googling the company's name, Alex could not find any results or matches for the businesses, as it originated from an interdimensional space area. Alex considered sending delivery back to the post office, as he had no time to use whatever was inside the huge box. He had a musical to work on. But curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to crack the box open and check what was inside. Lo and behold, there was Steel, an inactive prototype android with an instruction booklet. Unfortunately, the instructions were unclear and confusing. They were written with a lot of complex engineering terminology and jargon, and the robot looked like it was not meant to be ready for commercial use, and, you know, one of the first words in the booklet that Alex recognized as a normal word was Steel, so Steel is what he called him. Good job. You named him. Alex, with some fumbling around, found an activation button on his body, and Steel was up and going. Steel made himself useful immediately in MOI HQ and adapted human-like characteristics quickly. Then, Alex welcomed him quite fast into the team, and the rest is history. Steel also has a cool noir mode, which is very cool. Why does Steel pretend to have a dramatic noir backstory? Because he got into reading detective novels and movies and thought those were the coolest things ever. There's intrigue, there's action, there's mystery, thinking, and adventure. All the things a growing robot needs. So he claims he has like a cool noir backstory, but this is not accurate.
Yeah, we were gonna do a thing where Steel was in fact narrating something for a skit.
Correct. It's very good narration. It's really cool. Alas, there's him and Goggles going on an adventure. Thank you, Steel.
So something interesting. Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I remember something interesting about his specific like robot design. So the syndicate that I was talking about, there is also another organization that makes the robots, and the syndicate's involved with them. Oh, do you want to do that?
Yeah. Okay, so
go,
Gizoid Inc. is an interdimensional business that manufactures and specializes in most high technology, such as vehicles, gadgets, intelligent robots, and weapons. They have occasionally branched out to make other random things, you know, food, drink, clothing line products. They are a business that aids whoever has money, so they're eager to help whoever pays, whether just heroes or villains, making them lawful neutral. They have also manufactured memory backup cloud Hypercube. This thing comes with Steel. Steel is a new independent prototype and a planned line of androids that they helped mass produce and sell in the market. Code name model is human. They're meant to be domestic and highly intelligent, but midway through working on it, this interdimensional warlord knocked on the door and Gizoid Inc. was like, you know what? Maybe we'll make them into war machines. Cool. So, the CEO of Gizoid Inc., who is also the chief engineer, Mr. Aegis, meant to send Steel to a genius engineer and inventor named Galvin Ize, who resides in a different dimension to tune up, finish it, check for bugs and all that, but it ended up at Alex's building instead by sheer accident. Whoops. There's some other stuff that goes into this, but that starts tying into more spoilery stuff that's coming up. Also, Aegis is friends with some people involved with Split, so that's a whole thing. Let's see here. Oh, there's also a thing here about Juno. Juno's a part of the human line. It's one of the first unique models made to be more empathetically developed than Steel was. Juno was crafted to be a model meant to be able to play with children, so he's very empathetically in tune and expressive, able to bond with kids, similar to general functions to Steel. A lot of his build also patches up some of the structural functional weak points that Steel has, being made to be more in tune with people, so it's got longer battery life, more durable than Steel is. So there you go. There's some stuff. Yes. He's... God, listen, everything Steel makes of himself is the coolest fucking thing. I can't handle it. Just me
I'm
being
back.
distracted by it's just so fucking cool.
Steel just makes things, and they are fantastic.
They're very cool,
Yes.
right?
Indeed.
I can word good.
I can word good. Yes. But, yeah, so this, Gizoid Inc. thing is, you know, involved with a lot of different stuff. So yeah, that's Steel. He's a robot man. Most of his thing is, a lot of Steel's adventures mostly involve him being the straight man dealing with all of our bullshit. Like, he just wants to do his work, but we keep, you know, people keep clinging to him in the hallways and distracting him, and he just wants to do his work.
He's just vibing.
Yeah.
Jesus, vibing.
But he will do shit if asked, as is obvious. You all know Steel. He's Steel.
It's Steel.
He's a good boy. Alright, so next on the list we got Steel, so... I guess... Who's next on my list? Shiner, Jojo, Goggles, Secret Sister Yourself, New Jojo, Cammy, Alex. Oh, well, Split's next, so let's talk about Split. I don't think we can talk much about Split, honestly, because...
No, without spoiling Gate. So.
Yes. I think...
Actually, no, wasn't his entire thing that he was keeping the Gate stuff a secret?
Yes.
So it's kind of like,
So it doesn't
we can
really-
talk about what he was like outside of Gate.
Yeah, Split Guardian, so Split's got a big old backstory that's a comic that Split wants to make called Gate Saga, which is very cool. It's so fucking cool, you guys don't even know. But for the purposes of IR, Split is a dimension hopper. He can literally... Oh, I will be right back. That is my fiance. I have to answer this call.
I'll try to, he can literally hop dimensions. that was a big part of his character. He's very secretive, and he doesn't like people knowing what's going on with his stuff. So, like, he's a bit more, like, he did, in fact, come in with the skit that we had, showing him joining, but overall, he keeps himself a mystery to everybody else in the tower. I'm trying to remember, because I don't remember what's all written down in his character sheet. Does anybody else, like, because I can just pull up the character sheet in 2 seconds, but does anybody want to speak while I do that?
Goes back to look at character sheet.
The penguin man steak.
Hold on, I'll find it. Because I just had it open a second ago.
I have it open now, so you can save your freaking almond dead voice.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Alright.
I'm back.
Welcome
Yay.
back.
Did you... What?
He stalled long enough for Kristen to come.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Continue.
So I did not actually, like, manage to explain.
I explained a little bit, but then I was like, it's probably more accurate in the character sheet, so I was gonna pull up the character sheet, but I already had the character sheet open, so...
Okay, so the basic thing here is Split is a universe hopper. He has the ability to balance things out and tear the fabric of reality in order to get where he needs to be. His name is quite literal in the sense that he was literally split off from another person. Don't worry about this part. The short version is he's been universe hopping for a while. He has been through some shit. He's a very powerful man. Mostly he's just very mysterious and weird and does shit like, you know, opens up holes in space and time to get ships.
I just remember the stupid milk comic where it's like, oh, you spilled my milk. No, dude, that's the void.
Yeah, he just, God. I'm trying to think of, like, what we can even... The short version is just... He knows some things. He's good friends with Steel. I drew this really cool picture of him. Look at how great it is. I found this t-shirt and I just drew him in it.
It's a good T-shirt.
It's a good.
Can you scroll in a little bit? I'm on a really big screen and I still can't read it.
Oh.
There it is.
There he is.
Thank you.
But yeah, that's the long and short of it. He hopped into the universe from somewhere, found IR, and went, I guess these people are cool, and decided to just stay for a while, essentially.
Yeah.
That's him. That's the boy. I don't want to go too crazy into it because I feel like, you know,
because it might get touched on in Gate, and he loves his boy so much that he wouldn't.
He told me actually he wouldn't mind me spoiling stuff, but I'm like, no, it's his thing. I don't want to mess with it too. My intent was to only hit on whatever stuff I had to hit on when we got to the actual plot stuff, but we don't have to hit on that today, so
we're not gonna have the time.
We're not gonna have the time. There he is. There's my mysterious older brother. He's so mysterious and cool. Wow. Neat. Always remember the hot tub. We all remember the hot tub. It's very cool. Alright, so, moving on. Let's see here. Next is... I have Chi-Chi on here, but I actually don't remember anything from her backstory, so this...
There were, as Cammy brought up earlier, there are multiple Chi-Chis. She also had involvement with some of Cammy's background stuff. She also had, like, sound powers, if I remember.
I do remember that, yes.
Yeah, she had like sound powers, and I remember she could destabilize stuff with sound. And it was, but that was like most of it. I don't remember a lot of the actual background though. It's another character sheet that I think I have open, but I just need to, grab it real quick.
Yeah.
Because I thought I saw it mentioned, but oh well.
Okay.
Let's still continue. Let's go on.
Next we have Xander. Okay, Xander. This image of Xander is so strange because, like...
Can we pull up a picture that Sim drew of Xander? It's
I
just
don't
slightly
have
more
anything
accurate.
on me right now.
I will get you a picture
if you
that's
grab me one, then I will
Yeah.
pull it up because this is not accurate. The only thing that's accurate about it is like the elder sign necklace.
God, hold on. I'm going to literally go to YouTube and open a skit and screenshot a picture.
Go ahead.
Oh my gosh. This is wonderful.
Okay, so
Alright, so from what I remember, are you ready for the deep lore? Are you ready for the very deep, very well thought out characterization and backstory of Xander?
Xander Internet Remix,
Sure.
yes.
It's Xander circa 2017.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amazing.
The whole thing with Xander was essentially just he's constantly trying to break back into IR and get rehired. So he's constantly trying to break back into the IR tower, and Goggles is constantly helping him do it.
But yeah, like the joke is he is fired.
He's fired. He's fired and he's up to shenanigans. That's his whole thing.
That's his whole thing.
Obviously, now he's not actually fired.
Now he's not fired.
Yeah,
He's never
actually
fired.
been fired from IR. The joke is that we keep firing him.
Yep.
Yes,
Xander's not fired. Never has been.
Yes. His combat style was improvisational, wild, mastered the martial arts stylings of Wile E. Coyote, and the Three Stooges. Basically, Xander's a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My man out here just buying Acme products, trying to blow his way into the internet tower.
Basically, and he will always fail because Goggles is there.
Yes, because in the wise words of Roger Rabbit, it's funny.
God, give me 2 seconds. I am saving at this exact moment. No, I don't want to type in there. I want to type in here. God dang it. God dang it. How do you... Art.
There he is! There's a
There
more
he is.
accurate Xander. Ta-da! And now you know how Xander is meant to look.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. Okay. So next is Walrus.
He's a walrus. Who is
He's a walrus.
He's a walrus.
He's a walrus. Yes, that's it. That's all.
Good, good.
I think he might have actually been like a person who was cursed to be a walrus.
No, the backstory is there were spells cast on an actual walrus, turning him into a posh person.
It's not only a sapient walrus, but a posh sapient walrus.
Yes. Correct. What a lad. We all miss him. We miss you, Walrus.
We miss you, walrus.
Miss you, walrus.
Tom. Tom's just a guy.
Yeah, Tom.
Just a guy.
Tom has the power of his character sheet broke.
He's uncle.
Tom's just a dude.
He's got wavy arms. He's got wavy arms.
Here's this animation that JoJo did of him waving his arms.
Woobity doobity doobity doobity.
Woobity.
Having a good
A
time.
good time.
Yeah. So basically, this is how Tom is in real life as well. He's just like he's just the swellest guy.
He is. Yes, correct. Yes.
Just a
So
lovely, absolutely lovely chap.
let's hear Tom. Already got text. Phil. Phil also didn't have much.
Phil straight up said that he wanted to keep things simple.
Okay.
He wanted to be comic relief. That's what he
Yes.
wanted.
We do have pictures of him in a bunny suit.
I
Mm.
will
We-
grab
we will-
those later. Uprising. Uprising is a fae.
Yes.
She's some kind of fae creature, and if you speak your wish around her, it will come true, but it will probably backfire because she's a fae creature.
Dang, I wish I had a sandwich. Oh my goodness, a sandwich. Blech.
Yes.
Sardines?
Correct.
Man, I wish I could figure out what was causing these sandwiches to appear. Oh, hey, Uprising, how you doing?
Basically. Yes. God. We already got Darby. Dawn! Dawn's a pirate. Pirate.
Yeah. He's a pirate.
Yes, Dawn is a pirate. And really, I think that's about it, actually. I can't remember.
There was like a little more, but it all boiled down to Dawn's a pirate.
Dawn's a
Yes.
pirate.
Background story. Dawn exists.
Dawn exists and is a pirate.
Yes.
Very good.
The scurviest dog on the 7 seas.
Surface dog on the 7 seas.
Wolf,
Wolf,
I guess.
God, Invidibit filled out a whole character sheet.
Wow, we actually have stuff to talk about.
I checked, and under special abilities, she wrote "always pays exact change" in large red text. You're gonna have to wait in line.
That's so menacing.
We miss you, Invidibit.
We miss you, Invidibit. If this were an
I mean,
RPG, I'd 100% be the archer. In terms of slinging shots, though, too spineless to fight up close and personal. She goes off way out in the distance and flings some pebbles from afar. Not very
I actually
good.
have old art of like Invidibit with a bow. Let me see if I can find it.
Strengths. I'm far away, so smiley face. Weaknesses. Combat needs some target practice. Frowny face.
Should be. Yeah, there we are.
Here we are. Invidibit's mother was an art professor living in a distant country under a corrupt government with riots led by its citizens across the board. Can't think of a reason for just this. I'm working on it. Because of her offenses against the government, she lost her job. In desperation, she married a foreign businessman who seemed to be wealthy and dependable. In a temporary fit of sympathy for the woman, he promised to help her out of the situation. Ironically, his company eventually fired him from his own job for his nasty temper and violent tendencies. Believing that he would never reclaim his high status, the man fell into depression and made the decision to move back to his small hometown out of country with his wife. Worried they would soon become too old, they decided to have a child together. The family lived happily for some time, but as the child grew older, the man became more remiss. After years of relations with his family dwindling and years of negligence to his own mental and physical health, the man suddenly died in an unrestful way. After the loss of her husband and years on end of failure, the woman, with no one to turn to, ultimately killed herself. What a mess. Invidibit, my kid, should really shouldn't have come into existence in the first place, was left behind in the living world. Oh god! Oh god, Infinibit, this is so sad! Are you okay?
How long ago was this written?
2017. They're doing their best. Oh boy. Infinibit is a mystery to us all. Like, they're still there, and if you post things, then they will respond to them, and if you need voice acting, it's there.
Yeah. She doesn't talk much, but...
Yeah, she's very cool. I wish we got to spend more time with Infinibit.
Yeah.
Infinibit
is here. We love her very much.
Yeah.
But she is forever in the shadows, a mystery.
It's like, it's funny because we'll be having a conversation and will have been several months and Infinibit will pipe in and then it's just like, you're still
alive! Yeah, like, Infinibit's still on the IR server. Like, she's definitely still with us.
Yeah, she's still on the IR server, but it's just like, she'll say something, I'll be like, and it'll be 100% with the context of everything we've said in the past several months. There will be no confusion whatsoever. She reads the Discord, she just never says it.
Yeah.
I feel like she once described herself as being a wallflower, and she's the most powerful wallflower, next level wallflower.
Yeah,
I'm
peak
pretty
wallflower
sure,
energy.
Yeah, she's possibly the ultimate people watcher.
It's very powerful.
Amazing.
So that's Infinibit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Please come back to us.
Please come back to us, Infinibit. We miss you. Lastly on this list is Atlas. Oh boy. Let's see.
The hologram.
I thought you said Alice, and I was about to say, who the heck is Alice?
No.
Who is?
Hey,
no.
who the fuck is Alice?
Yeah, no. We're talking about hologram Atlas.
Hologram Atlas, who is
Atlas.
a hologram.
Yes, a projection of light.
Yes.
In the form of a human being, except free from the trappings of this mortal coil.
So, I glanced at the background where it's just, you wouldn't download a voice actor.
What's her Vocaloid?
Atlas isn't just a filthy meme lord. They're a part of the internet in ways that most people would only dream of or have nightmares of. After an accident/decision a long time ago, Atlas was given a second life as a hologram and spends most of their time online as data. However, after a casting call caught their attention and maybe an accidental download button got pressed, Atlas became a resident of MOI/IR towers and finally took advantage of their holographic capabilities via hard light as physical manifestation or soft light as more ghost/true hologram. To clarify, Atlas is not an AI or construct. They are a human being who now exists on the internet. They weren't created by an outside force, they were made by choice. They made the choice to continue life outside of their fleshy meat prison. There is currently no information on Meat Wasp's whereabouts, so they could be anywhere doing anything.
Meat Wasp?
They could be very, very dead. Doesn't matter too much to Hollow Wasps. I haven't made a backup of myself. I have made many a backup of myself in many places. They can walk through walls,
You gotta
disappear.
find the Atlas hard drive.
They can walk through walls, disappear, and fly and interact. They're much more unique than the other guys with physical objects. Fly to interact with physical objects if they feel like it, but they also take delight in walking through walls, playing practical jokes, taking full advantage of being able to enter electronic devices. Usually these abilities are used for good, or tech support, but nothing quite beats the rush of actually being able to enter a video game and dunk on some nerds. Atlas doesn't talk too much about life before being a hologram and tells a different story about their origin anytime someone asks, ranging from the completely mundane to Cold War spy thriller material. They ironically make Danny Phantom jokes about being able to phase through objects. Atlas is also technically wired into the net at all times and can pull up random information on the fly, and has a HUD that displays information about whatever they look at should they want to pull it up. Anything from HP to relationships to random facts about people. They refer to this as a casual thing that everyone obviously has access to, and the HUD elements change randomly to comedic effect. Thank you, Atlas.
Thank you, Atlas.
Yes, so there we go. There's Hologram Atlas. And I think that's actually everybody. We actually...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We got through everybody.
We got through everybody.
Is it meme time, Kristen?
it can be meme time, because...
Yay! Because I don't think we need to get into any actual lore, because we don't have time.
Yeah, we don't have time to get into the actual lore. We will save all of this lore for another time. So instead, we will look at memes. All the memes that have been done. So here's Dancing Tom. I'm just gonna pull up the ones that let's see, gotta go to this one. Oh, here's this picture that I made of everybody doing dishes in IR Town. That's
Yes.
cute.
Very important.
So, Dancing Tom, this Phil bullying goggles.
Yeah, looks like Phil's whacking goggles with a monkey wrench.
It's very mean. And then I got revenge.
The delivery on
I got so much revenge.
We can't show the rest of the revenge because
We cannot. There's other stuff.
Yeah, we got to talk about the plot stuff before we can talk about revenge.
But so there's a lot of art of Phil bullying. There's Phil bullying the murder god.
Yeah, that one's murder god, yes.
But yeah, here's this thing. We had this thing that like Phil would bully Goggles. So this thing of Goggles being like, "In came Phil, the smelly poo-poo head who likes to bully innocent children." And then Okay, so first I'm just gonna go through all of the shit that Steele sent me.
Okay, the steel vault. Here we go.
The steel vault
Plops
was
down.
opened and
Plops down an entire ream's worth of paper.
Okay, so let me close these.
Smelly poo-poo.
So there's this. I don't know what the context for this was.
Honestly speaking, you don't really need that much
fine.
context.
We
for
don't
this.
need much context, which helps because this was 2017, 2018.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's summer, says Jordan. Well, technically, it's not summer until the 21st.
Oh no!
I think this one's in Mambo. Wait, no.
There's like a whole series of like Split just fucking destroying Tom.
Yeah.
Here at Internet Remix, we have classy senses of humor, such as slapstick.
And then just fucking takes Tom to the hospital.
I smell punnies.
Here's another gif of Tom
Wiggly
waving his
arms.
Wiggly.
This, which is definitely in Mambo.
Yep. A lot of these are in Mambo.
Yep.
Okay, let's see here. We already saw the 3 a.m. buddy one. Apparently, this one is something that was actually said when Xander and Alex met in New York. Are you trying to find the location? What? Alex, do you know the context?
I met Xander in New York, but this is probably way before I actually went to New York.
Probably.
I think this was like during one of the many Alex and Xander making fun of each other moments, because we had a lot of those.
Wonderful.
Are you trying to undermine the foundation?
Here's a woo. What's this, Walrus?
Hello, what's this?
What's this?
This is from the Great Vor Tracker, off of 2018.
Yep.
Well, emerge victorious from the fight.
Yeah, for context, folks, anyways, for context, folks, we had okay. So I think I introduced you guys to the Vor bot.
We have this bot there's this word tracker bot that will like go off whenever someone says a certain word.
Oh, speaking of which.
Yeah, it used to be just for Vor, but you can set it to anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, it turns out that we would set this thing off all the time, and eventually Steel made it a challenge to see if we can get one of the two meme numbers, 420 and 69, I believe it was 6 days, 9 hours, and then 44 minutes and 20 seconds was the 69,420, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody got, I think
Xander got it because that's how he's been getting the.
Xander got it.
Yes.
Yeah, Xander got it. I also got one that I used on a gift.
And
that
I think
I used
Oh, wait, nobody actually got the full number. Xander's the
'cause
one
I
who's gotten
messed
the
it up.
closest so far.
I messed it
Yeah.
up.
No one got the full numbers. We only got the shit post. Cheers.
No. I got the flat body illustration tier.
I just know that there was one that I fucked up, and there's just like, there's a fucking, thing of me saying it, and then the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme playing while it just zooms in on everyone being so upset. Xander got multiple shit posts for winning this thing, and he has used like 2 of them.
He has 2
just
more.
He's used
He has
2
2
of them
more.
just to bully me, and 1 for that one image of Billy strapped to the flagpole for Camp Streamix.
Yeah.
God. So yeah, Vor Tracker is a thing that happened. There's this.
Woof.
What?
This was 4 years ago, Kristen. Do you
I know.
expect me to remember any of
I
this?
can't believe you don't remember, Alex. What the fuck?
I am seeing these with fresh eyes for all intents and purposes.
Let's see here. There's the IR serial shitposts. Xander's Bucket of Rage.
Toasty check squares.
Darbites. There's some Mooney Mellows. Oh, Mooney.
Mooney.
It's very good, very good. Let's see here. Where are the other ones? I know that, like, there were Steely Wheelies and, like, Split had some that were, like, just the Void.
Yeah.
Ooh, my void.
And now that makes sense, everyone. Congratulations.
Yeah, Steely Wheelies was that. Oh, this was the doodle from the end of the Camp Streamix event.
Guys.
First
Murder
year
God
Camp
is
Streamix
dead.
wasn't an experience.
We're all dead.
Steel was hearing about everything secondhand and was like, guys.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh, this was this was one of the shit posts that Xander had Steel make. This is the beautiful Void Licks rumored to have the Loch Ness Monster, and out she comes!
I must draw more scorpions.
One day I will give context for this, but it is not this day.
Yes. Now that they're out of business, you can talk about them all you want,
someday.
but not today. Not today.
Not today. I want to give it some time.
Yeah. Give some time for safety's sake.
Yes.
Yep.
This is the sim wheel.
The Simcopter.
The Simcopter.
Sim, come back.
Yeah.
Very good.
They have
Sim,
since
come
detached.
home.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They have since detached those, but yes, the
Yes.
Simcopter.
I fucking love this one.
Listen, if you get a thumbs up from Split Guardian, even accompanied by that.
Oh no, those are eyebrows.
Oh.
Yeah, he drew on eyebrows.
Well, okay. Regardless.
So if you get a thumbs up from Split Guardian, you're golden. You've done
Maybe
it.
you'll get the thumbs up from Poppy.
Yeah, you better frame that.
You're
Scott,
Dorothy and
it's-
Steel again.
It's a nice.
It's a really nicely drawn buggy, man.
Right?
Yeah, that's
What the
That's a
fuck,
fantastic
Steel?
buggy.
There's this.
Easter's greeting.
That is also in Mambo.
Oh gosh. Oh, I couldn't find We're Finishing Mambo.
Ah!
For reference.
No, go on.
Yeah, for reference, folks. While we were working on Mambo number 5, there was a forest fire nearby my. No, not a forest fire. A wildfire nearby my house. I was determined to get this video done before. Not this video, but not like the. Yeah, this like.
The art.
Get this
for
project. Yeah,
Mambo.
the artwork done for this project, regardless of whether I caught fire.
God, like, if you're looking for the images, because I think you said you couldn't find them,
Yeah.
I did post them about 2 weeks ago in a certain chat. So,
Damn it.
Okay, which one?
in the one chat in C9.
There's several.
That
There's a lot
if
of
y'all
chats.
ever
I
find
will
it,
DM you.
if you find it,
Bro
pass it to
Dingles.
me and I'll put it up. I'm still going through the. Okay, so
Has image.
there was a silly plot where people got turned into babies, except
Got
for
it.
Steele and Alex. So here's all the art of people getting turned into babies. There they are.
Oh yeah, I was talking about a fire earlier, and then yeah.
And then I was just like, okay, Juno, not to be like weird or anything, but this has strangely happened before.
Deja vu. I have been in fire before.
Yeah. The baby arc.
It's
The
so
baby
cute.
arc.
It's so cute.
Babies.
So, oops, I lost it.
I'm having a baby, and the baby is.
I'm having a baby and the baby is you. I'm having a baby and the baby is you.
I'm having a baby and the baby is you.
So here's all the crying babies while poor Steele just dies. And then he locked himself in his room for several days after the baby incident. He refuses to come out.
Traumatizing.
And then
Steele?
there's, of
Steele, are you
course,
okay?
most importantly, baby split.
Too cool for this baby.
He didn't want to get, apparently Split offhandedly mentioned he didn't want to get turned into a baby, or he doesn't act like a baby as a baby.
No, no, man, I'm not a fucking baby.
Oh my fucking god.
I don't know what it is. The combination of like the cylinder walrus face with the realistic man face and the tusks and the beautifully rendered middle finger. Like it's just this is just masterful.
Art.
It's art.
It's high art.
This is just glorious. This is. I think we peaked.
You good, Alex?
I think this broke Alex.
It broke Alex.
Walrus, we miss you.
We miss you, Walrus.
Miss you, Walrus.
Apparently this is the first image from the Split shooting Tom in the leg series.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
God.
And then,
Man.
meanwhile, Phil suffers.
It's okay. We have Queen now.
Here's Queen now, who is also. Oh, here's another cereal.
And you know, Tech's been here. Tech's been here, but now we have like more than one.
Yes. Jordan's fluffy puffs. Gary's hair. Okay, let's. Ah, yes.
And I remember
the duality of Tom.
Gorgeous Novel Gaming Guide 2035, aka Mark Twain 2.0. I'd love to hear it when you try voice acting in and failing like a miserable cretin. Hello, friends.
Knowing that I have a trademark sound makes me happy. I'm very pleased as punch. Just as I will be pleased punching those two.
Oh, more duality of Tom.
We love
Fight
Tom.
me! Hello, friends.
Way to write a poem there, Phil Dubs, aka T.S. Eliot II. How about I go read your book and then cry myself to sleep?
But seriously, I really should be sleeping. Love you guys.
Love you
God, I
guys.
love the duality of Tom because he
The
really
duality
can be
of Tom
like
is
that.
fantastic.
It's so good. God. So fucking good.
Tom high-key looking like Miles Edgeworth here.
Yeah. Yep. You'll
Hey,
shove his
bro, why
entire
did you-
cravat up your?
Hey, bro, why did you ask Tom to play And you'll...
Here it is. We're finishing Mambo.
We're finishing Mambo.
Pity you makes me your man.
Fire are all burning around me. The rafters in my house falling upon my floor. Blazes of flame licking my back, and the only thing I could think of is finishing Mambo.
Is that Atwas at the top?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's definitely Atwas at the top.
Scarf. Yes. So yes.
Yes, scarf. Gun.
I think this is. My assumption is it's Steel and Atwas, but I'm unsure. Oh wait, no, Noir Steel Was. Yes. All right, great,
Yes.
very good, good content. Let's see here. Now I gotta scroll through all these shit posts. This glorious image of Phil.
Ah, yes, beautiful. This was done by
This is JoJo.
JoJo.
Yes. Steal the Fairy.
Poof
Thank you,
songs.
Thank you, Queen.
Sorry, I gotta scroll back now and start like, is this adulthood?
Is this adulthood?
More of the baby content.
This is baby content. Alex has fallen! I am the leader of the Decepticons!
That's so crazy, because that's something you would say.
Whatever this is.
Oh god, that's not the whole comic. Kristen, don't even bother with that one.
Okay.
That's not the whole comic. We can't.
I don't fucking know. I'm just pulling.
There's like 8 panels, and I didn't put them all in the end call, so that's for another day.
Here's Girl Screams. This is my biography.
Oh, yes. New York Times bestseller. The voice of our generation. A millennial, very different from an American. If sassy articles are to be believed. She speaks to my very soul, an American. I've never felt more stressed due to sheer osmosis. This joke is still going.
That's it.
Legends say that she's still screaming to this day, but
It's
thankfully
true.
Discord Marty Party Season 3 is over.
Season 4 is still coming.
Season 4, though.
Season
That
4.
is future Kristen's problem.
I will
Rest!
say, going through all the IR stuff, I'm like, you want to know what? DMP's less stressful than trying to put together all this was. At least there's that. Let's see here. Oh.
Yes, JoJo's
Fumbo.
thick legs. No one controls Fumbo!
Oh, this glorious image of Split.
Yes, Split, the mascot of the Anaheim Ducks.
Yes.
Ducks fly together.
Yeah.
This is Steel with Alex's hands.
Indeed.
Yeah. It's
This is
Steel
Steel
with my hands.
with Alex's hands.
Good.
You guys were playing
Papers, Please.
Papers, Please. Papers,
Yeah.
Papers, Please was so iconic the
It's
first year of
iconic.
IR.
Yeah, Papers, Please really defined the first year of IR.
It really
Yes.
Not to brag or anything.
No.
You would be correct. There is a reason it's
you're
the,
right.
like the only Let's Play in Mambo. So I was like, I can't not put Glory Stotska in here. Like that was.
It's very good. I'm gonna go through the shit quotes stuff.
Do the Minecraft.
Swing your arms from side to... Wait, wrong game.
Yeah.
Me back into mine.
Please, they have my wife.
For context for these next couple ones, these are from our out of context chat, and we were gonna do a skit of just stuff from our out of context chat, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
I'm sorry I couldn't hear you over your dying live. Okay, for context, this one goes with another one that Cammy said.
Well, we don't have that, so.
Actually, we do.
We do.
Where?
It was in call somewhere.
I hope you're enjoying your glass of boring.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay,
that's
well,
the
I
one.
was pulling these up in the order that they were that was there, so.
Yeah, so this one actually came first. This was a conversation between Cammy and I talking about things we drank. I of course drink water, and I do not partake in the alcohol. I do not. I do not partake in spirits. Therefore, Kemi has the nerve to call my sustenance a glass of boring.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of your dying. Very good. This glorious image of them playing Portal.
Portal, yes, Portal.
Total failure.
The test subjects are doing a terrible job.
What else is new?
I'm gonna kill the entire ocean. Please don't kill the entire ocean.
You guys actually recorded this one, if I remember correctly.
We did, yes. And there's like a fucking gun sound effect.
Like, a lot of these were recorded, we just never put them together.
Yep, unfortunate.
Yeah.
This one has a video. I don't know where it is.
I don't know where the video is.
Scott, it has the video.
Yeah. A number
Obama
of these
has
old
done
projects
too much
actually.
for this country to not be
Yeah.
allowed on pizza. I can't believe Barack Obama doesn't belong on pizza.
Yeah. Oh. Bit of transparency here. A lot of these projects kind of stopped at like the video stage, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Creating content is hard.
yeah, creating content is hard. You got two people who have to pump out videos either every week, every other week here. We can attest, videos are hard.
Videos are hard. It's Let's see. here. I'm trying to. There's the babies. Oh, well. I don't know if I want to bring up these shipping images.
You don't. I put those in there for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's goggles freaking out.
Yes. There is a meme template for this.
This glorious image.
Yes. Kill la Kill. Classic. Can you believe that it's been 8 years since Kill la Kill?
It's been 8 years?
Fuck!
No, hang on. 6.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's better.
Wait, hang on. Let me check. I might be mixing up Kill la Kill and Gurren Lagann. But,
Gurren Lagann came out in 2007.
Yeah, Gurren Lagann was ancient.
Yeah, that's ancient. No, Kill la Kill is 2013. It has been 8 years.
It's been 8 years. 7
Fuck.
years. Yeah.
7.5, whatever.
Well, I don't know what's going on in this image.
That's me being dunked into a basketball net.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course. Here's baby Jojo, little Jojo.
Tiny Jojo.
Actual size JoJo.
Yes, actual size JoJo. Squash.
This is when here's Cookie King split.
Yes.
And
For
when
context, folks, yeah, this is when. So
This is the
Kemi.
time.
So Insomnia Cookies, if you don't know, offers online ordering and shipping to your address. So what Split has done is he input the address to Kami's apartment, and lo and behold, Kami had a box full of fresh cookies that she begrudgingly ate while giving Split the virtual stink eye as he sat upon his cookie throne.
And that's
basically this context for the one meme that we posted like a while ago in
the fight me thing.
He is very maliciously benevolent in this case.
Yes, the fight me cookies, exactly, GeoSaber. And also, one time he was just really drunk in call.
This is missing an image, but this is still the basic like.
Yeah.
I think was his first time getting drunk, if I remember correctly. It was like, yeah, actually, it was.
Yeah.
Don't be
Logic
a bitch.
101.
Don't be a bitch.
It's like he actually went through an extensive, like, long list of rules and stuff, but like the first one was
Don't be a bitch. It was so good.
Yes.
God, this glorious image of Phil.
It's beautiful.
Hey kids, you want to meet
Oh,
God,
this is fan
right?
art, actually, I think.
Oh, really? It's great.
It's really good fan art. I don't remember who drew it, because we didn't have, like, written down who drew it in the chat, but we...
It's perfect. You want to meet God right now? Yeah!
Step, 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 step.
JoJo's art used to be so different.
Right?
It's always been good, but yeah.
It's always been good, just really different.
Very different.
How could you? You made JoJo sad. It's me, Darby. I'm very disappointed in you.
Eventually, I'm gonna make it. Oh, here's this thing that I made. Yes, I made this. It was me.
That's still, as I've gotten close with Atlas, that's just still Atlas.
Yes, exactly.
That's just Atlas.
That's Atlas.
Yeah, that's Atlas.
When hunger strikes.
Friendship with Uprising ended. This graph is my best friend now.
Harold's. Harold.
Yes, this
Okay.
helpful thing to show us what is what on Walrus.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
perfect
One
around
Walrus, one heart for loving, one secondary heart for hating. Tasty reddish-brown walrus flesh. Top hat shelf, tiny ears, small eyes, sexy mustache, 2 long tusks. The freaking ingredients. Front flippers are square-shaped and have 5 fingers, perfect for consoling hugs and also stock. Hairless flippers, tight walrus R's, aka booty, posterior, tuckus, rear, and badonkadonk. All-purpose walrus organ for all your walrus needs, including making stock.
Secondary heart for hating.
Yeah.
Secondary heart for hating.
Yes.
Potato Kristen.
Potato Kristen.
There's Potato
I
Kristen.
believe this is from
Everybody will have the scores out tomorrow.
Yes, I believe this is from a series. This came from a little series of like Xander just ranting on and on about how things were going in the first year of Camp Streamix, and it's like, you know, where are the scores? And it just cuts to like Potato Kristen on the desk. I am gone.
There's one for Bro and one for Tom too. Let me see if I can find them. Potato.
Kristen.
Potato.
Potato.
Open
Potato.
everything. Search potato.
This image of Phil being covered in butter.
Oh wait, Kristen, do you have Slather It On Me?
Oh yes. Yes, I do.
Is Cammy okay with showing Slather It On Me?
It's in the thing.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I just gotta make sure I don't click on the wrong thing because I have spoilers in this folder. There it is. Slather it on me.
Alright, let's see.
Slather it on.
Potato.
It really matches with I'm covered in butter. Wonderful. Let's see here.
This is potato split.
Friendship ended with Uprising, which is just a bunch of shots of fucking
There's potato
Phil
split.
at Easter.
Some of you might have this as a desktop background, because back when we had a Patreon.
This is back when we had a Patreon.
I can draw so much better now, and I apologize to everyone who's ever had to look at that.
There's a close-up of Murder Potato.
Murder Potato.
Murder potato.
I kind of want to see. I dare not click on this friendship ended with Uprising thing, just in case. Well, there is this. Are you sure this is like split potato?
Yeah, that's the I
Hello,
mentioned that was split.
Crawling in my skin.
Season 3 ending be like.
It's fine. She's fine. It's fine.
No, she's not. No, she's not.
It's fine. It's fine.
That is a lie. We can only save her feelings by sending her Cernos clocks.
No, stop!
Everyone, for the low price of we already paid for it.
No, please.
You can.
But have you considered we could get a second Cernos clock?
Don't.
One for the bathroom and one for the bedroom.
Well,
or the living room, wherever you want to put it.
This glorious art of Phil making out with Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's glorious. There's actually a couple of these. Do you have the other one?
I think I only found the one.
Yeah, it should be.
Thank you for the bits for the clock, Ploops.
It should be in call actually. Let me see. Donate to the Give Kristen a Cernos clock fund.
That's terrible.
Alright, T-pose. There's T-posing eagle.
Oh, here's this glorious.
Oh yes.
Glorious
the
Phil.
fuzz.
Here's Jordan being edited into a JoJo pose.
Oh,
There's an
God.
entire series of
Oh
that.
yes, I'm working on it.
Yes,
Oh, I'm living in
Jordan,
the chat now.
Jordan Joestar. Oh, I found the alternative. Yeah, there it is.
Amazing.
Wait, hold on.
Sonic Hedgehog. Yeah, see, the one that we showed just now was a remastered version of following.
Here's whatever this is.
It's Jordan, but with legs.
I see. Wonderful.
If this image doesn't load, I'll cry. It's processing.
Here's this very important image of Jordan's internet remix character.
Yes.
I'm trying to
That's after Tom got shot in the leg. That was one of the first calls I was in with IR, and I was like, oh, these people connect to each other by drawing memes. I can do that!
Hold on, Split, what are you doing? Jazz bullshit.
God.
Wonderful. So, what is this?
So the day Juno and I met.
Yes.
We
You see a light. Okay, so
You see a light? Please do.
Yeah. Okay. So I was in Japan for the spring semester of 2018. I had taken a trip down to Okinawa. I was doing a little bit of sightseeing. Went down to the castle and all that. And what they had on the castle grounds was a little train-themed like tour bus or whatever. That was free roaming on the castle grounds, like around the garden as well. So as I was walking about, I was in call with Bro. Like, we was in call with Bro. We were just talking a bit about our, getting to know each other, and I was like, okay, essentially it boiled down to like, okay, what if I'm talking? What if I'm looking at my phone and then like all of a sudden like I get hit by this train bus thing. And eventually it devolved into a bunch of stupid scenarios, and
it's like we'd start going on these extensive long narratives of you taking a long walk somewhere.
Where the train would come and get you.
It's like you open the fridge, you see a light.
It's a train. Yeah. The last thing you see is the headlamp of a diesel locomotive coming straight at you. And yeah, for reference, like my reference had the Mario shirt. So so instead of
I didn't want to draw Mario, so I just wrote Mario.
So Bro just wrote Mario on the shirt, which honestly makes it funnier.
Yeah.
God. Art.
Yes.
One of my followers on Tumblr actually sent me that. Like I wasn't doing anything, and then like I just woke up one day and saw that message where they had taken my character art and put the Lucky Luciano next to it.
Yeah.
God.
Wonderful.
Angie.
It's glorious.
Just Darby.
Just Darby.
Just Darby.
God, this was like, apparently this is one of the first things that Bro, this is probably one of the first times that Bro and I ever spoke, seeing how he spelled my name with an I.
Yeah.
I think I was really stressed out about working on, like, a comic or something, probably. Who knows? I was very stressed out. I remember
we were like doing we actually were like doing some sort of project together at this point. And it was just like everyone was in call and they were just like, Kristen, we gotta give Kristen our power.
So
Amazing.
yes, the Kristen spirit bomb.
Wonderful. I love it.
They're slather it on me.
Yes, they're slather it on me. God, there are so many things.
Steel made a lot of shit posts.
Yes.
Yes.
I finally made it to the end of the things that were in Call.
You didn't, because I've been adding more. Like, some of them didn't even load, so I'm sorry.
Oh.
Like, Mr. Steele didn't load.
No.
I'm not flat. I remember drawing that.
Bro.
Yeah.
God.
Don't know if we can show that one, but
No,
unless
I
you're
just
unless you're
wanted to put
cool
it-
with it.
I mean, I'm fine. I'm 20 years old now. I'm fine with showing that one.
Also, yes, you're 20 years old and definitely not flat.
Ooh, Mr. Steele, a fan fiction. Internet crew, I am home now. Steele,
Get back to work.
And I am looking so handsome. And also my shirt opened. Ripple.
Ooh, Mr. Steele. Ooh.
Someone else has to say, let's do
Oh
it.
god.
Let's do it.
Yes. And I will leave my necktie on. Gaze. Meanwhile, in a 20-mile radius of this event, Nat.
So yeah, for all y'all that don't know, my name's Natalie. There
Sorry,
you go.
I
No, it's
forgot your
okay.
name.
Like, I don't care. I do not care. Like, the secret's out.
Okay, it was amazing. Ooh, Mr. Steele. Let's see here. Yes, this very important image of Phil Dubs x Sonic the Hedgehog. God. I'm trying
Oh,
to
sorry,
see.
I was muted this whole time. I was clipping my
So
clothes.
I heard you were bullying Kristen. God. Oh yeah, the split dress thing. There are so many of these.
There were so many.
I mean, I think Split would rather we forgot Dressgate.
Yes, I think he'd rather we forgot Dressgate.
Yes.
I'm just scrolling through now, just grabbing what I find. God. And mind you, I'm not grabbing everything. I'm just.
Fuck. It's actually 4 minutes over.
Oh, we're 4 minutes over? Okay, yeah,
It's
time to
over.
stop, everybody.
We gotta stop. I'm sorry.
Because there's so much.
There's
We
so
will have
many
meme
shit
time
posts.
next time.
We will show
We'll
you
have
more
meme
next time.
Yes,
Thank you
please.
everyone for joining us for our very long shenanigans. Join us next time where we'll go over all of the various plots we had. There's so much shit, guys. What the fuck?
Oh my, yeah, it's huge. Like, oh my god.
We crammed this all together over the course of like 8 months, and then we never actually did anything with it.
Now it's time to blow the dust off.
Time to
Next
blow the
time,
dust
actually.
off. Next time. Alright, thank you everyone for joining us. Fallen Empires tomorrow? Or
No, we're doing a world building chill hangout tomorrow.
World building, chill hangout tomorrow.
World building, chill hangout
Be there,
tomorrow.
be square. Alright, good night everyone. Love you all. Bye.